very upset. We just got maybe, God, I don't know, like, I don't know, almost under an hour ago now, maybe, a little preview of this third trailer. It popped up on Japanese TV. We got some off-camera footage of it, and it's insane. It's insane. There is so much. Oh, there's so much to unpack here. It's really, really impressive. So I thought, why not start up a little bit early and go through what we've seen so far, and then once the full thing drops, we can talk about it even more. We've only seen about 30 seconds or so now. The full thing will most likely be something like 1 minute 30. I think that's what the past two trailers have been, and I think that's largely what these movie trailers are. So I think we still have another 60 seconds of footage to look at once that finally drops. Yonko did drop some screenshots from the upcoming trailer, and I think there are like 2 in there that we still haven't seen at all. So yeah, there's definitely a good bit to come. So let's dive in. Let's look at stuff. Let me move this chat window out of the way, and we'll take a look at what we have so far. This is probably not like the greatest off-screen copy I could be looking at, but fuck it, it'll do. Let me tell you what, one sec. I'm trying to think what's the best way for me to display this for you guys. So if I move this there, and bring this up like this, and let's go scene 2. That'll do. So I guess I'll just play it through. Honestly, the audio is so quiet on this that you can't actually hear anything, but the music that's playing is, I believe, the end theme of the film called Blizzard. It's pretty upbeat and happy, and it's, I don't know, it's whatever. It's an ending theme. It's probably not going to matter very much. We're going to have some people on the stream in a little bit once I finish talking about stuff. It won't just be me talking to myself. So anyway, we'll look through this real quick. It's pretty wild, I have to say. I mean, the storyboarding is just unbelievable. Like, the scale of these fights, oh Jesus, it's pretty manic. Oh, Geekdom wants in? Okay, well, yeah, we can bring everyone on. I know Tyson and Tom, who we had for the last 2 streams, will be there. So yeah, we can bring Geek on as well. So yeah, I mean that's all we have for the moment. But there's some stuff in here that we can pick at for now. I think like the most obvious thing to me is, once again, we have like so much Takahashi on display. This is from the original teaser that Ryo Onishi did, which is wild. Of course, Takahashi is still here. We've kind of seen parts of this before. It seems like Takahashi is just handling like this entire ice section. You can see like everything in this region seems to be by him, which isn't that surprising. I think we guessed that already. This section here is Ryo Onishi. I think, from what I can see, this is all part of the same cut from Ryo Onishi, which is wild. And I feel like he's just going to be all over the film. It's manic. Like the effects work, the scale of that punch is just absurd. It's just ridiculous. I can't wait to see this in high quality. Yeah, so we get our first look at our first proper look, I should say, at God Play some emo music. No, that'll do. Anyway, let's get back to things. This is really interesting to me because you never really see that kind of nose in Dragon Ball, and yet we've kind of seen it twice now, I think. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the Broly, what am I saying? The second Broly trailer, there was that shot of King Vegeta that had a really similar nose. Seems like this is something that I guess Shintani has brought to the to the series. Never really seen it before. I don't know how I feel about it. It's interesting. It's cool. It's weird. This is the kind of stuff where I'm like, I was talking to Geekdom the other day, and he was like getting all hyped about all the story details, and I was just like, I just want to see the staff lists. I just want to see like what these animators are doing, and he was like, you're just such a nerd. And then he messaged Yonko as well, and Yonko is just like, yeah, no, I just want to see the staff list so I can get like doubly hyped for the film. That's pretty much me as well. I'm like dying to see the credits. Because like, I guess for me it makes it way more exciting. I've said it before, like, watching something is amazing and you get blown away by just like the sheer sort of visceral ridiculousness of everything you're seeing on screen. But something that I love and my passion is obviously being able to pick out who did what and like analyze all of the stuff in it. And it's really hard to do that if you don't have a staff list. And so as soon as I know who's working on it, then I can be like, oh, I know what their work looks like now, and now I can find it in the film. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm like so looking forward to that kind of thing. Frieza's looking great. We got Golden Frieza's character sheet recently. Finally. I've been dying for that thing for ages because we got like a tiny preview of it on the website, and they finally. There was like an exhibition at the Tokyo Skytree where they had like all of the sheets up on display, and we finally got some off-screen photos of it. It's pretty cool. It's so interesting to see them adopt Frieza with round eyes again. I say it again because it's something that Toriyama has kind of been doing for a little bit. Thank you, Digi-Warrior Callum, for the super chat. I am doing okay. My sleep schedule has been like really messed up for the past couple of weeks because I've just been like no-lifing Red Dead, and now I finally finished it. I have to like come back to reality a little bit, and my body is just not adjusting. It's not going well, but I'm just kind of like fueling myself with hype to keep me awake and alive right now. But yeah, no, the Frieza design looks really interesting. I have Yamamuro's one as well, which I don't mind actually. I think he did a pretty decent job with it, but don't know if I have it to hand. I might have to hunt it down. But it's pretty similar. Actually, if someone's watching from my Discord server, can you at me with that comparison? I know either I made it or someone else made it, and I have no idea where I put it. I thought it would be interesting to look at. Only got 25 minutes until things happen. Come on, Discord, don't let me down. Anyway, let me read some questions while I wait for someone to send me things if you want to throw some questions at me. Have I ever thought about covering art design in games? I mean, maybe. Like, I used to be a gaming channel for a really long time and worked in games journalism for a bit before anime YouTube became like a viable thing as far as earnings go. So I definitely have some experience there, and I meant to do some fighters coverage because I thought their approach to animation in that game was unbelievable, and it had so many parallels with traditional 2D animation that it would have been seriously interesting to cover. Sorry, it was the music too loud, my bad. Alright, let's see. Here we go. We have a comparison. Cool. One sec. So, if I move this to be on one half of the screen, you can stay there. If I move you over here, I move you there. That's Yamamura's on the right, and that's Shintani's on the left. Again, I didn't really hate Yamamura's that much, but there's definitely a pretty big difference. as far as approaches go. You can see there's sort of a very naturalistic and loose line work approach going on with Shintani, which is, again, it's like, I've said this so many times, it's like the most common theme with the differences between the two. I think one thing that I really appreciate is this is a really big nitpick, and I appreciate that it's a nitpick, but it's something that really bothers me. But the way the shoulders are drawn here, they're so sort of circular. Like you could literally draw a perfect circle around these compared to Shintani's on the left, that they almost look like those articulated joints on figures. Do you know what I mean? You know, like the way like the shoulders attach, they're just like those circular ball and socket joints. They kind of remind me of that. Whereas this feels a lot more natural, and I can believe that is a person that moves. But again, that's like a massive nitpick. I actually don't mind. I don't mind Yamamura's one at all, really. And when you compare the faces, that's ridiculously zoomed in. You can see that Shintani is literally just going along with what he was pretty much hired to do, which is to bring the series' visuals way closer to modern Toriyama. So you kind of had that sort of almost like frog face kind of thing going on with Frieza, which might not necessarily be to everyone's tastes, but I think it's cool. And I think what's interesting is that it's not like it's 100% in line with how it looks in the film. Like that's not a very froggy face, really. I think that looks really nice. So it's pretty impressive. Let's see. So I'm just reading through what you're saying. Yeah, it is really close to Toriyama's, which is pretty much a running theme. Anything that's new is basically one-to-one, and anything that's old, they've kind of adapted in a way. So yeah, this Frieza section, for the most part, from what I've seen, has looked to be handled by Tarte. It's hard to tell from this tiny little, low quality off-camera shot, but I'm pretty sure this is him. Or at least someone, like I'm pretty sure he is correcting this part of the film, because if we come into this next section, I'll go back to these shots in a second, you can see, like we saw earlier, Broly is going to fight Frieza in this like lava section, and this is Tarte through and through. This shot here, like that is about as Tarte as you get, and I think it looks amazing. It fits so seamlessly with the brand new designs. It's great. It's so nice to see him not rushed with Super's schedule for once. Like it looks really polished, and it's great. I think it looks nice. What do you guys think? Is Gogeta going to be in the trailer? I don't know. I really don't know, because I think this is the final trailer, right? The third trailer, and that's it. And then everything from now on, I guess, will just be TV spots. So I don't know if we'd see something like Gogeta in there. I don't know. Maybe you might see like a little teaser at the end. Maybe the poses or something. I don't know. Or maybe they want to keep it as a, just keep it as a little surprise. Kind of like from what I remember for Resurrection F, they didn't ruin Vegeta's blue transformation, I don't think. Did they? I don't think they did. I know they ruined Goku's, and I know obviously Golden Frieza was ruined, but I'm pretty sure they kept Vegeta a secret, so I kind of wonder if they'll keep that a secret. So I don't know. Either way, we'll know for sure what happens. God, what 7 days away now from the premiere in Japan, the early one, which is so annoying. I guess I can announce on here, if you don't follow me on Twitter, I am going to go to Japan, not for this early premiere, unfortunately, because it was limited to like 2,000 people, and to even like apply for a ticket, you had to have like a Japanese address and number and all that kind of thing, and there was no way I could have ever gotten those tickets, and it would have been so expensive to go on such short notice. But I've booked December, when am I going? December 11th, I think, until the 18th. So I'm going to be there and see the film on day one. Hold on, I got some donations, and let me read this real quick. From Louis Reyes, or Louis Reyes. Love the videos, keep what you're doing. You got me into the whole animation aspect of visual media, which is dope. Can't wait for the trailer. Thank you very much. Thanks for teaching us about animation. Have you considered reviewing animation of other series while we wait for DBS Season 2 from Furious Dan? Yeah. I've definitely thought about it, but I've said before, like, it's so hard to do what I did with Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball is something I've analyzed to death, and I know so much about it that I can, like, watch something and make a video with pretty minimal effort. Whereas if you look at the videos that I've done on other series so far, like if you look at the Boruto video, if you look at like the JoJo video, or even some of the Batman stuff, God, that stuff takes forever. It takes like days, and it takes lots of research and reaching out to people who work on the shows to actually understand anything about them. So it's very different there. It's not really something I can do week by week like I would with other stuff, but yeah. Anyway, let's see what else we got. So Whis here, I'm really curious about this. I think this is also Tarte, and I'm also, as one thing, I'm also blown away that Whis appears to be in this area doing something, possibly fighting Broly. Like, it's just so cool to see him in action. God, that just makes me so excited. Because I think one of the big complaints that people have had about not just this film, but I guess Dragon Ball in general in the modern era, is that it's been like really heavily focused on Goku and Vegeta solely. And of course the Tournament of Power did change that, and we got lots of fun stuff there, but I think a lot of people were kind of a bit miffed with the story aspect there. They were happy to see the characters, but they didn't like how the story was kind of iffy. But yeah, it's really surprising to see another character involved here. I think it's really cool. There's a shot from Tarte in episode 18 that is almost one-to-one with this shot, and I can't find it. I'd have to pull up the episode, but the way it's drawn, I'm pretty sure that is Tarte. And again, I'm so sure that he's handling basically this entire Lavery sequence, as far as maybe not necessarily animating everything, but probably supervising most of it. But we're nearing the end of the trailer here. That's basically the end. It cuts off just at this Kamehameha, which I'm like 99.9% sure is Ryo Onoshi, and it's really tough to judge this because it's just like a really awkward tween in motion. You can't really see what's happening here, so it just looks really funky. But if we go back a bit, there was some stuff that I missed that I wanted to touch on. I will get some people in the call in a second. Let me just go forwards a little bit. It was just past here. So yeah, Shenlong. Shenlong is hand drawn. I know there was some skepticism about whether he would be CG for two reasons. One, because obviously Nagamine is quite a big fan of CG, and a big spooky dragon is something that would probably be easier to do CG. But no, it's hand drawn. And the second reason was also that what was it? It was that there was a preview. Sorry, not a preview, a special video at the Tokyo Skytree that had a CG Shenlong in, or Shenron, if you're into the dub. So that threw people off, and Herms accidentally misled everyone for like a solid 10 minutes. Someone was like, "Is this from the movie?" And he was like, "Oh, it's from it's the Tokyo Skytree special. It's from the movie." And he just totally missed out the word "not" for about 10 minutes until he noticed. So I think maybe some people accidentally got misled there. But no, we're all fine. Everything is great. This bit, okay, this is going to sound really, really sad, but it's unbelievable how much a nose can make me excited about a film. That is the dumbest thing in the world. But Piccolo hasn't had a properly defined nose since probably the mid-90s, or the early 90s, I should say. It's so nice to see him with a proper nose again. Like, that's such a stupid little detail, but it's one of those things that makes me really appreciate, one, like the era that has been studied for this film, and the attention to detail here. Like, I love that. Piccolo with a proper nose just makes me happy. I'm wondering if I have some screenshots from the movie saved so I can show you what I mean. I mean, you guys are massive Dragon Ball fans anyway. There is no doubt you already know what I mean, but for the sake of people who maybe haven't noticed before or maybe don't remember, let me see if I can find a little shot. Let's see. I have a big image folder of like a million different screenshots. Oh, where did my display capture? Oh, there it is. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, so, I mean, this isn't quite the same as what I meant, but you can see he used to have a really defined nose. I definitely got more examples. There was one from an old Dragon Ball episode. Let me see if I can't find that. Was it 160? No? 150 maybe. Let me see. No, it was even earlier. Oh my god. What's this? No. It was like just around the time that Cell was born. Or popped out. There it is. Found it. Yeah, he had like a proper nose that you could like reach out and touch, which is a really creepy thing to say. But yeah, it's so nice to see that that's back. Yeah, I'll go full screen again. Why is it not updated? There we go. What's this? From... Oh my god, I don't know how to say your name. I'm going to butcher this really hard. Ezekiel Alfonso. That wasn't that hard. I think I got it. Could you say your opinion? Could you give your... could you someday give your... I can't read. That's a good start to the day. Can't even read basic sentences. Could you someday give your opinion about Mob Psycho's animation? Yeah, I'd love to. I'm so excited for the second season. Oh my god, it's going to be insane. And like, it's in production already, and it has been for quite some time as far as I'm aware. It comes out in what, January? Oh, it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. I like the first series is like one of the best animated things ever. It's like if you loved One Punch Man, which has spectacular animation, but it's also one of those shows where it's like fairly normal until things kick in, and then when things kick in, it goes wild. Whereas Mob Psycho is one of those things that owns that craziness at all times. So its high points just blend seamlessly into its more limited moments, and it's just perfect from start to finish. I love it so much. If you've never seen Mob Psycho 100, you owe it to yourself to watch it. God, my voice is shot already. Let me see. I got some notifications coming in here. Here's a better example of the nose I meant. It's not quite the same, it's not quite as defined, but you can definitely see what they were going for. Doing the stream, I can't like keep up with the stuff that's dropping on Twitter, so I don't want to like miss anything. So I keep getting messages about things. Okay, so we got 10 minutes until the trailer, so I'm going to start inviting people into this call so we can get ready. Let me see who I can get in. Is Geekdom still here? Does he still want to be in this call? Tyson's upset with me because I ignored Discord for like a solid 20 minutes, and he was like, I'm here, let me in, I'm here. Get Mark in. Mark has like the most fucked up sleep schedule. He's probably like half asleep right now. I have no idea where Mark is. Anyway, let me call the two people I'm aware of right now. And we'll see. Let me turn this music off. Hello? Hello? Wait, why? Oh, hold on. Okay, talk again.
Hi.
There we go.
Tyson's muted.
That's great.
No, I'm not.
Oh, Tyson, why are you like minus 1,000 decibels?
Because I have a horrible, horrible microphone.
Jesus Christ, you sound like the early 90s. That's like the most potato mic possible. Wait, did someone say Mark is in the chat? Okay, Geek isn't joining because he has to be a YouTuber and actually make videos instead of being lazy and do live streams like me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shameful.
Just wow.
Why are you so quiet? Tell me how on stream. Tell me how they sound.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna listen myself.
If I need to turn it up, let me know.
I miss my old microphone.
Okay, Mark is here. I'll throw Mark in. He's always good for some color commentary.
I sound fine. I don't know about Tyson.
Okay.
I always sound amazing, so.
I mean, that's not.
For someone who's meant to be like a big audio nerd, I'm actually like really upset that you haven't got your fancy mic.
I'm away from home. I don't have my amazing microphone.
Aw, what a shame.
Embarrassing.
7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go. Okay, both are fine. Cool. Is Mark here? Hello?
Not yet.
Oh.
Now he is.
Hello? Nope. Just gonna listen awkwardly. Good stuff.
And that's that.
I have a message from Blackenfist and Yonko. Stream, do we want Blackenfist and Yonko in? They're both cool people.
Absolutely not.
Wow.
It's up to you.
You're not a part of the stream.
I mean, the more the merrier.
I just leave it up to the stream.
Well, the stream chose to watch us, so what do they know?
That's very true. That is very, very true.
Hello.
Well, the stream chose to watch us, so what do they know?
Oh, wow. That's a good echo. Nice one, Mark.
At least I got to hear myself twice.
Yeah, that was nice. Let me get... Jesus, how do you spell his name? Black...
That was nice. I'm here now.
Oh my god, Mark, please.
Am I here?
All I can hear is my stream back through your mic right now.
We can also hear.
Do you have your speakers on by accident? Oh, he's gone. How do I add Blackenfist to this call?
Do you know how to use Discord?
No.
Have you figured this out yet?
Do you not understand how antisocial I am on Discord?
That's fairly clear. Did you say anti-Shemmel?
No.
Well, it's
What do you
not.
mean? I love Shemmel.
It's too early for this.
How do I... Oh, he has to add me as a friend first. Okay, Blackenfist, if you're watching the stream, accept my friend request. then I can add you. I have another super chat here from DigiWarrior Callum. Would you agree that the first Yu-Gi-Oh show is an anime driven by decent art over animation? Because it's mostly stills, if you've watched it, that is. Depends what you mean by first Yu-Gi-Oh show. Do you mean like the first series of Duel Monsters, or do you mean like the first, was it the Toei Yu-Gi-Oh that a lot of people call Season 0? Either way, the answer is I don't remember. I have watched them both, but I haven't watched them in Jesus Christ. Like, I don't think I've watched Yu-Gi-Oh since I was a kid, so probably, how old am I now? 25? So I probably haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh since I was like 11, maybe. I started watching Season 0 in 2014, rewatching it, I should say, and it was good, but I'm sorry, I really don't remember. But if it's mostly stills and decent art, then I think you probably answered your own question there, honestly. I don't know.
I am here now. Receive me.
Hello, there we go.
Have I been received?
Beautiful.
Is everyone
Sad
hearing
I
me
can't
now?
hear myself.
Cool.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, I see. All right, and Blackenfist accepted, so I can drag him in.
Okay, by the way, I didn't know a trailer was dropping until I saw this stream. So, like, I have no idea what's going on.
See, this is what I said. You're in your own
surprise.
little world for like 90% of the time. Hello. Did he join?
It's a party now.
It is a party now. Let's see. A message from Ashley. Ashley Denoa? I don't know. I can't do names. I'm really sorry. Have you ordered any of the DB movie Blu-rays? I haven't ordered them. I might borrow them from someone and then get them when they come out subtitled. But no, I haven't bought them yet. And what's this? And oh my god, Ezekiel Alfonso with another message. He says, "Do you think JC Anime would be as good as Madhouse for the first season?" I don't know. Like Madhouse is such a meme because they were obviously like a very top tier studio like 10 years ago almost, but they had like massive restructures and now they kind of rely mainly on freelancers. So they're not massively different from a lot of big studios at the moment. So I don't really.
Wasn't One Punch Man mostly freelancers because of the director involved or something? Did
Yeah.
I hear something about that?
Yeah. Like it wasn't. Yeah, it was largely just
See?
who they knew.
I know stuff. I know.
You did.
know?
Job well done.
You're gonna fit right in.
See, I know. I'm not just color commentary, okay? Hey, I know stuff. Animation, am I right? Okay,
Mr. Informative. Blackenfist, how are you? I don't think I've spoken to you since. Have we spoken properly since KameyaCon?
Who are you speaking to?
Blackenfist.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I can be heard okay, right?
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
You're a little bit quiet, but mostly fine.
All right. No, I don't think we have spoken since, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? I guess that's fixed now, right?
It's
Honor
all
to be
good.
here.
It's my first time speaking.
We are
to you.
gathered
on
here
the
today.
stream.
God, what we have 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go.
Are we watching this trailer on the stream or what's the deal?
Well, I figure we'll just kind of open the trailer link up and then I'll mute.
Do
We'll
it
all
3, 2,
mute.
1.
We'll watch it. And then we'll come back and we'll just scream, probably.
Wait, so is it IGN? Because they usually do the new premiering thing.
Yeah, I think it is supposed to go up on IGN. That's what I've heard anyway, but I don't know. We have 60 seconds now. I'm trusting that someone on my Discord is just going to spam me with a link.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to add Yonko. Fuck's sake. Hold on.
Wow. How inconsiderate.
I know. There we go.
Oh,
From Carthu's Dojo, that was another person who I met at KameyaCon who was very nice. He said, "Get everyone you can. I'm trying. It's going to be a massive party."
so many friends.
Everyone's
Hi, nice
in
to
here.
meet you.
Hello.
I'm, the last 60 seconds refreshing everything and everywhere.
I was going to say, if we have you in the call, we get the most up-to-date information possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you with that link. Should be-
It's all right. Once
Alright.
we get the link, I'll spam it in chat. That'll be fine. Oh my god, chat's moving so fast I can barely read everything.
I'm getting impatient, AJ. I'm getting impatient.
So it's
You're supposed to be the
it's
animation
the time
guy.
now. It's 11.
Sure, it would be embarrassing if someone else had the animation trailer before you. Just say-
Oh no, it'd be pretty bad.
Update, Olympia is in the room now, so we've added a ghost extra.
Hello,
Sweet.
Ghost
Hi, Olympia.
Extra. Alright, let me see if anything's popped up on Twitter. Let's see.
I think this is my first time speaking to everyone in this chat besides AJ.
Oh, is it here? Is it here? I think
It's
it
a
might.
Wait,
massive
wait.
gathering.
I think it might be here. Ah, it's here.
Kind of same
It's
here,
here.
except for
It's
AJ
here.
and
It's
me.
here.
Is it? Link in
Yep.
the chat.
I got it.
What? Where? I didn't see it.
It got posted on a Japanese site. All right.
Boy, post that.
There's the
in
link here. I'm gonna post it in the chat, and then we're all gonna mute,
Okay.
and then we're all gonna watch.
Okay, just say when.
Okay, hold on. Let me go full screen for me. Okay, and then I'm gonna mute you guys. So let's say three. Wait, is everyone ready first?
Okay, is it going to be on 1 or go?
It'll be on go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. 3, 2,
Fuck, wow.
1, go.
くもここまでやってくれましたね。おめえは悪いやつじゃねえ。オラにはわかるんだ。
あいつは戦いたくて戦ってるんじゃない。
おめえまだ上があんのか。これは遊んでいる場合じゃないな。そっぱがやるぞベジータ。
Jesus fucking Christ!
What a visual feast.
Dude, that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. There's so much to unpack there.
I've got a host of questions after watching that.
Oh my god.
Doing it again.
I have so many things to say.
I saw some very Tate punches in there.
Yep. There was one scene that was like the most Tate thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh wow! Oh, dude, that was.
It looked pretty unreal. I love the way everything looked. Everything looked really crisp. I really like the board. The board for the fighting looks really interesting. That I think there was like a quarter-second clip of Super Saiyan God Vegeta throwing a punch to Broly, and that looked fucking amazing. One thing though that really caught my eye at the very end, like the Broly power-up at the very end looked kind of like something out of Budokai.
It was there are moments there where I was like that. Is that CG? Is that
yeah? That last shot was weirdly CG-esque.
Yeah, that was strange.
It's redrawn at the least.
Yeah, but
no, as in like I don't really have any complaints. It's just like something that I noticed.
Yeah, there's so much stuff to unpack. Wow!
Here we go.
I love the color. There's such a variety of color in
the
this
color
film.
design's insane. The tone of the trailer is really interesting. With that, it had a very modern as a Vegeta booty right there, right at the start of this trailer. That's going to keep Maria happy. This DBZ babe's going to be very happy with that shot. That'll be on her wall within about 10 seconds.
Gorgeous.
See, this is I don't. Do you guys have my stream open? Just because I'm trying to I'm talking about like specific parts. I'm trying to give you guys a frame of reference.
Okay.
So I'm just looking at this Takahashi God Vegeta, and it's interesting to see him. Like it's still distinctly him, but it's a lot simpler than a lot of the stuff we have seen from him before, which kind of looked like he was ignoring everything. That looks really nice. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks kind of like designed, not a lot of detail on the body and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot.
The two-tone shading is all it works.
Yeah.
I just say the auras look amazing. The compositing on this.
Yes. Oh my god. I was talking to Kevin from Sakuga blog earlier. We were talking about the auras, and he was saying like it's such a night and day difference between what we got in the Tournament of Power, where you just like you couldn't see anything because the auras were so bright and obnoxious. And now everything's really nice. God,
what do you guys think of the song?
Oh, the happy song for the ending. It's fun.
Do you know what's weird? I think it would grow on me. I think it's something that would really grow on me and get like a kind of an earbud kind of thing. It'll kind of like get stuck in my head. I feel like it's one of those songs.
Can we talk about?
To see. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah. Can we talk about this vein? These veins on Broly, they're huge. This is such a detailed drawing.
Veiny boy.
Super veins.
God, they look like worms inside of his skin.
Gross.
It reminds me of do you remember when Tenshin Han did his like Shin Kikoho thing and he looked like a veiny penis? It reminds me so much of that.
Great analogy.
Sorry, this is a mature stream. So we saw this.
You know someone's gonna clip that, right?
Yeah, they will. That'll be that'll be an audio clip. Oh, see, this is the shot that we saw earlier, which I think is just like one of the most amazing things from Nagamine's board. That is such a dynamic shot. You could take this.
No, I love that.
And expand it upwards and slap the logo above it, and that would be like a perfect poster. I love that so much.
I love that Goku. It looks it's so perfect.
Adorable.
It's the fluffy hair.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Actually seeing hair
Well,
move
just
for once
even
is just like the
Yeah, I
greatest
don't like his
feeling.
hair being static. It's nice seeing it actually,
Yeah.
you know,
No,
change
no
shape.
more plastic. We actually have hair again.
And the folds in his clothes and the way his band just flows, everything just looks beautiful with that.
Yeah, it's nice. It feels like actual clothing hanging off of the body, which I think is such a nice.
Yeah.
It's something we haven't seen for quite a while. I think we usually get very sort of illustrative, very. I always say the word stiff, but I guess there's not really another word for it. Like if you think about martial arts gi, they're usually quite stiff, but they still have
Loose.
flow and fabric to them, and that we never really got that aspect of it before, and it's really cool to see that now. Yeah. This bit was reused from the teaser.
I like that lighting though that's used in the film. The actual like it kind of creates a gradient kind of effect with the colors.
Yeah, definitely. Adds so much more
I love
depth.
that. Oh yeah.
The little hatched marks for some of the muscle lines is really great and something we haven't seen properly in a while.
Oh
I'm
yeah, like
always
around
down for that.
the elbow and the forearm. That is nice.
Yeah.
Something I'm really excited for is that the Onishi thing isn't just for a teaser.
Yeah,
we're gonna
I
get
was
more,
legitimately surprised to see that.
which means more
Yeah.
Onishi.
Yay!
Yeah.
Which I love.
Is this shot of Broly here? Is this the same thing we saw in the first one?
Yeah.
It looks a little bit different, but I guess it's just a later shot of that same scene.
Yeah,
I
it might be
guess.
earlier or later.
Yeah.
It's definitely from the same scene though.
It's
Yeah.
hard to tell with the continuity because like everything's so chopped up. So, but yeah, no, it's like the exact same like composition and everything. So I'd imagine it's part of the same.
Yeah. God, they
Someone
really
said
are
Ghib-
just
uh,
like.
Look at Broly's
Ghibli,
low nose.
Look at this massive mouth.
Oh, this scene.
Again,
Mouth,
Wow.
boy.
yeah, I was saying this earlier. Like, it's so their approach to marketing on this film is so transparent. It's just like, yeah, Takahashi did like so much stuff in the middle, so we're just gonna use all of his stuff to push the film.
Yeah.
It's just like he's just everywhere.
That's kind of like a scene from the first Broly movie, isn't it? Where he's
Yeah.
like looking up, screaming and shit. Yeah.
It looks like I don't know what it's from, but it's like a Piccolo shot. Like a math
Oh,
beam.
yeah, I
Really
get you.
reminded me of that.
Kind of reminds me of the Nappa beam as well when he opens his
Yeah,
mouth
I was
wide and
thinking
stuff.
Nappa.
Yeah, the Nappa. That's what I was thinking.
Piccolo versus 17. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh.
Oh, what's this? I like
you
the
know,
effects and debris here. That must be Onishi, surely.
Yeah, you know, I'm one of those guys that love seeing like the kind of 2D beams and stuff. Like, but there was a 3D orb at the end of the film that actually
Yes.
looked really cool.
Oh,
That looked really good.
Really?
That actually doesn't anyone get the sense that they're going to be using CG a lot more intensely in this movie
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
like,
than the previous ones?
As long as it's done well, I think it's like fighting an uphill battle if you're trying to fight against the use of CG in films nowadays. But like, if it like as long as it's integrated tastefully and subtly, it's fine. At least by me.
Yeah, like for
Yeah,
me,
the CG in this film looks a lot better than the previous ones, but it does seem that they're incorporating it a lot more with other techniques. And
Yeah.
at least the models look, they just look better.
yeah, I was
At
gonna say
least
like
there aren't just one model that's just molded in different forms.
yeah, like I think it's a good thing that the models are nice, and I think they're really getting a lot of mileage out of adding that sort of line filter to the edges to make it seem more hand drawn. I think personally, the movement could be a lot better, but I think at the very least they're doing a good job of helping everything blend. But that's only based off of the couple of small things we've seen so far. So.
Do you think that like 3D animation can flow the same way that 2D animation can?
Oh, absolutely. There's I spoke about this on my second trailer stream. There's a Procure film that is just ridiculous. Like it's not even trying to hide that it's 3D. It just owns it, but it uses so many 2D techniques, like actual proper smears and
oh, okay.
And,
that's kind of interesting.
Well,
I haven't seen that.
as a complete layman on this, for me, the way I always judge these things is if I can notice that something is 3D and it's blatantly obvious because it clashes with with all the rest of what's going on in the 2D animation, that's where it kind of brings me out of the film, because it's like, oh well, that's 3D, that's 2D, so it kind of brings me out. So if it's incorporated seamlessly,
yeah.
at least
absolutely.
I don't know, it helps my immersion, I guess, when I'm watching a film.
And I think that's the way well, I would assume that's the way most people feel. Like, I mean, I would be inclined to agree with you in a lot of ways, that kind of way. Because, like, if you, like, looking at it as a person who's, like, enjoying the animation and the spectacle of it all, it's a movie first. And if it does take you out of the movie, then it's not doing its job. So
Yeah,
there's
for
definitely
sure.
an argument there.
I think it looks okay. Moving on, though,
I think it looks
these
fun.
impact frames. I know it's like such a meme to get excited over impact frames, but they're so nice. Look at this. Look at these things.
Very pencil sketchy.
Yeah, I love this. This looks fantastic. And
I like those ink blotches. What do you see when you look at this?
Yeah.
You know what that
What does
reminds me of?
What does it tell you about
Which
you
is
as a
another
person?
meme. It reminds me of Yutaka Nakamura.
Of course
Wow,
it
meme
does.
central.
We're in full
the
meme
biggest meme.
territory now. God, this is interesting. That's a lot of green.
Am I wrong to say that Toriyama and Shintani both like had a hand, or at least looked over the 3D segments of the film?
Yeah, no, they said in the interview with the 3D guys that Shintani was like really into looking over those models, and Toriyama also looked over them as well. Apparently, like his involvement's just been crazy in this film. They can't stop talking about it. Like he's done so much.
Oh.
He's doing this, guys. He's doing it.
Yeah.
I've just noticed
What?
in the CG bit, it's the interesting thing where like all three characters flying towards the camera. Vegeta has lost all but his Boo arc undershirt.
Ooh, well, we'll get to that in a bit. We're back at the stuff from the previous trailer that got a little bit extended, and right now all I can see
those
are
smeary
these
eyebrows.
smeary eyebrows. Yeah, those eyebrows are like the greatest thing ever. Okay, so we covered this bit early on. This is interesting. It's nice to see, and also kind of surprising to see Takahashi drawing God Vegeta here.
That bit there.
Pretty
That
much
bit there,
in
where
his
he's,
style,
like,
but like with
that's my
rounded
favorite part of the
eyes. Oh, the punch bit just before this?
Yeah, it's like this really exaggerated fisheye kind of punch.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Though
Oh,
his
yeah.
eyes remind me kind of like Shida. He does eyes like that.
Yeah, like the small mouth as well. It looks cool.
That bit there, I love that. That looks
Oh,
awesome.
that is dope.
I didn't go frame by frame through this before. I didn't realize just how extended that arm is. That's really cool. He has such like a distinctive way of animating, Takahashi. Like even though he's so inspired by other animators, it's very distinctly him. Like it's not as
Stand on the shoulder.
it's like it's not as smooth as Shida, but it almost moves just as much. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it. It's like I don't know. It's one of those things I think I'd have to sit back and think about because it's really different.
It's an illusion.
Like he's like it's like one of those people like if you end up being a fan of the heroes of the past, you end up standing on their shoulders in many ways. So
This is the most adorable Vegeta in the world. I just want to cuddle it. Is that weird? I really just want to cuddle it.
Yeah. Seeing Takahashi take on the like pointed eyebrows instead of the squared off ones that Vegeta usually has is really interesting.
Yeah. I love that nose. That's such a Boo-arc nose.
I don't know how you guys feel about this. Actually, it's kind of like an open question to the chat. Really, is that there are a lot, like obviously this is like an animator's wet dream. All these different animators being able to show and like have free reign of whatever they want to do, and that's awesome. But like, what do you guys think of the consistency aspect when it comes to like, because Takahashi is vastly different to Onishi and stuff like.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
Like,
a big question.
Because like it's both a good and a bad thing to me. Because like if you're talking about like from Blackenfist's perspective that he was talking about earlier, in that he was saying that like if your immersion is ruined, then the movie isn't doing its job. But at the same time, you want the animation to be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that it's also I think it's important to actually judge the movie when you're actually watching it as the film, because I think you're definitely in a different mindset than when you're just analyzing a trailer. Those are two different mindsets. So even though a lot of times I would watch Super and I wouldn't notice animation styles or different artistic intricacies, but when I would stop and just look at something, I would notice some. Now that's not every time, obviously, but it's because I'm in a mindset. I'm watching this now.
You're not just enjoying it. You're in like analytical mode. Yeah.
100%. I suppose
I don't
it's
know.
like case by case basis. Take it as it comes. I suppose we don't know yet. You know, they could have a nice transitional animator between, you know, Onishi and fucking Takahashi. We don't know. It could happen.
We have a donation here from Heroic Lion, who says Vegeta was in his Gallic gun pose, but it had a yellow aura. Was it the Final Flash or some sort of upgraded Gallic gun? We can either answer that now or leave it until we get to that part of the trailer.
Gallic Gun Evolution.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
asshole.
No, I was just going to ask Blackenfist, like, when you watch like this trailer, for example, like when we just watched it now, did you think to yourself, "Oh, that scene looks a bit different," or were you just like watching it and thinking, "This feels like one cohesive"?
I mean, watching it for the first.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, does it feel like one cohesive thing to you?
First time.
Right.
I'm sorry, we're stepping over each other.
No, it's okay. Go on.
No, well, watching this for the first time, I'm too hyped just to see. Oh, look at all this new stuff I haven't seen before. So no, I definitely don't see like, oh, I mean, I maybe can say, oh, well, that was Takahashi, but I'm not really paying attention to that. I'm really too overwhelmed with all like I said earlier, it's a visual feast. So
yeah,
no, I wasn't noticing it. Now that's just me though. Maybe
no, but that's good. Like this is, I think this is why I want
all the intricacies.
Sorry, I'm talking over you. I was just gonna say, like, this is why I'm like happy you're here, because obviously I think a lot of us are very like, we know these animators like the backs of our hands, and I've said it before. As much as I love what I do, and as much as I love that I can pick these people out, it becomes a real pain to sometimes lose myself in something, because it's something changes, even if it's subtle, I will always notice it. So it's hard for me to make quite an objective judgment on whether there's a consistency issue or not. So I watch this and I'm like, this is this person, this is this person, this is this person, and there's no way I can turn that off. But it sounds like, just based from what I'm seeing on the chat and what I'm hearing from you, that it's, for the most part, most people don't really notice or care, which is cool, I think.
Well, I can sometimes distinguish between who's doing a certain scene or not, and of course, I'm not as good as it as other people, especially you, because I don't really focus on that. I think it's kind of interesting, but maybe it's because I'm not that focused on it. You know, when I watch something new, I'm not completely, consumed by it. I guess I watch it more like a regular person. I definitely think that the average Dragon Ball fan, or anyone who's just watching that, is not going to notice the not extreme and like completely obvious. It's not going to matter too much.
I get you. So
at least for most people, as long as the differences aren't that blatant, which I don't think they will be.
Right.
But
I get you. Yeah.
The impact will be seeing the action and just the stark contrast. I think something that they mentioned was knowing when to allocate having some really, intense expressions, and the sections of animation that are focused on action will be different from the sections that are, based on the relaxing scenes that they were saying. So having that visual contrast will also help, sell the immersion aspect.
Yeah, for sure.
Animated.
I was just going to say, moving on real quick so we don't linger on one topic too much, or it's going to take like 4 hours to get through this trailer. I'm pretty sure the sequence I've paused on now, where Goku gets thrown through the cliff, is Atsushi Nikaido. It looks a lot like his line work, and I guess if I think it's him, I can at least reveal that Atsushi Nikaido is in fact confirmed on the film.
Could hold the outness, AJ.
Takahashi told us that he was on this film in DM a couple of months ago now, and he said that he was one of the animators under him in his section of the film that really blew him away with his contributions, and this seems a lot like his work, just corrected obviously, so that's really cool to see. This looks like such a great sequence. Like, holy crap.
That's really cool about, I don't know, it's just a few just swing past a bit. You can see Goku's gums from his teeth, which is something that I don't think we have seen often in Dragon Ball.
We so rarely see gums.
Nice
I do love new
whites.
gums.
Wow.
Such good stuff.
My boy brushes, look at that.
Lovely.
Yeah, he does.
Which is something that immediately I caught on to. I'm like, yo, this is very different.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever Yeah, that's a good catch right there.
God, the sheer number of expressions he goes through as he's being dragged through this wall is really cool. It's funny when you pause on some of the in-betweens because he has like a really big head. As soon as you get back to a keyframe, he looks fine. But some of these in-betweens are really hilarious.
It's so Takahashi though, looking at the faces. Like.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's really gone hard with these corrections. But then Nikaido was never someone who was really known for his art, so I guess
oh my god, that one there.
Let's come forwards a little bit.
Oh, wow.
I was looking at this sequence here with Frieza, and I couldn't tell earlier whether it was Tarte, but I'm still not sure, even after seeing this sequence. Looking at the line work, I think it might be. Yeah. I'm like 90% sure that is him, yeah. That looks really cool.
Does he normally do debris and stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, I think the sort of very almost flat-looking debris with these little hatch marks is quite a him trait. I'm pretty sure this is him. Especially considering it seems like he's doing these sequences.
The hands look like him, at the very least.
Oh god, lots of people are joining this stream seeing the waiting room title and think we're not watching the trailer right now. We've already seen it. Let me just fix the trailer. Fix the title, I should say, not the trailer.
How unprofessional.
There we go.
Fix the trailer.
Live analysis. Yeah, let me just fix this trailer real quick. Yeah, I really like this with the big gaping mouth. I love Frieza's new design. I think that's one of my favorite aspects of this film. How do you feel about the round? Yeah, I was about to say, what do you think about the more rounded features?
I'm just all about the thing is, right, I think that when there's a show that's as established as Dragon Ball is, there's like a tendency to always want to keep things the same because that's what you're used to. I love when things change things up because, like, if you look at the start of Dragon Ball, it looks completely different to when it ended or to where it is now. So, like, this is just another one of those changes. I welcome it. It looks really cool.
I get you. Definitely get you and feel you there. 100% agreed. Let's get through. I looked at some of the stuff earlier. This is Tarte's scene. I mean, this just looks one-to-one with his super work, really.
The shading and like the shine and stuff looks so fucking cool.
Yeah, this looks great. I want to see Tarte's scene in full now. Let me skip past this because this I'm pretty sure is Onishi. This is also Onishi with that wild, very, very sketchy line work. See that up close real quick.
Oh, that looks awesome. What's he doing?
I don't know. Yeah, the filtering on the line is really interesting. There's the colors kind of overlay it, and you get this like green and red.
Yeah, chromatic aberration.
That's the word.
Am I the only one that just wants to know what the hell Goku's doing there? Is he doing a Kamehameha or what?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know. Hold up. It looks real nice.
We have to take a moment to appreciate Best Girl for at least 60 seconds. We have to just appreciate Best Girl.
Oh, yeah. Back up. There's the bottom of that frame is really solid.
I mean, if you want to get into specifics, it's probably
mature
not solid.
stream.
Sorry, it's green blobs. They do. Oh, here we go. Here's Tarte. We're on the Tarte section now, and I'm so happy.
Them stretchy arms.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm just gonna play this on repeat forever. Look at those blobby arms. I'm so happy. Oh, look at them. Oh my god, look at that close up. Tarte, you fucking madman. Holy shit, that looks good.
This is very like 17 versus Goku.
It really is.
That close up does look very good, actually.
Oh, Dude,
I like the angle
that looks awesome.
That's very
it's
very not like just looking at a model sheet and redoing it.
God, he was so
also,
made for these designs. Yeah, pointy nose. Definitely paying attention to Shintani's approach. Fuck, I love this. Oh, look at these facial expressions.
Turns out Tate is better than Takahashi. He can actually look at character sheets.
Dude, I love this so much. Oh my.
Oh, yeah, the sideways mouth, by the way.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Some guy just commented in the chat, AJ just lost No November. I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's true.
I think we all just did.
I love this.
Withholding comments.
Whoa. Okay, so like this is like the CG bit. I think this part of the film has a ton of CG.
Sorry, I rewound and started looking at the scene again. I'm so sorry.
We understand.
Oh, look at that spin.
Dude, I should keep this to my own time.
Where's his
but
head going?
I love it so much.
Oh my god, yeah, his fucking head's just like.
What this? This frame where he's just like his head's chilling inside his armor.
It's like anti-Toyotaro.
Yeah.
It really is.
Oh man, I love this so much. Anyway, sorry. Right, we could be here for hours if I was just staring at Tarte scenes. So let's move on because we have CG to talk
Like,
about.
this whole section here is like a lot. Like I think a lot. Most of the scenes that have come from, like most of the clips that have come from this scene have been CGI. If I'm
Yeah, there was a
correct.
lot of
this is one
CG
those
in this
moments,
section.
like-
Is it CG? No. Yes. No. Yes.
Yeah.
It looked like
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
think
Surely.
CG.
It's
I'm
really
saying
hard to
it's
tell with all the
definitely CG.
compression
That-
artifacts.
Oh, that's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
That's
definitely
CG. That
but very good. The model there.
That looks
Close.
Oh, it's super
the
obvious in my
close-up-
preview window. I'm viewing it in
The
full screen,
close-
like an inch from my face, and it's really hard to see things.
The close-up
That
might
looks
be
like it's
redrawn.
straight out of Fighters.
Yeah.
That model right there.
I've heard so many people come up with like, "Whoa, this looks like Fighters." I'm like, yeah, it's CG, but then
God, look at his jawline.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
There's like one frame where it's like really manly.
Wait, this
And
one?
you know he means business because he doesn't have any pupil.
The Dragon Ball trait. No pupils means business.
And you know he's a bad guy because his eyes have a thick black outline.
like AJ.
That's me.
I'm like,
But
I'm like,
I've got huge bags under my eyes, like permanently. Even when I sleep tons, it's just.
Yeah,
I'm
welcome
cursed.
to my
Relatable.
life.
That is a pointy chin.
I love the chin.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh wait, go back. There's this really fucking cool under chin shot because like you rarely see good under face shot from Dragon Ball, and that's,
Yeah, that's a
like
good point actually.
we
That's
gotta
nice.
appreciate that because that's a really fucking hard angle to draw.
and also CG, right?
Yeah, it is.
Look at that, that's
Hey,
fucking good.
This Goku's
AJ, we missed
interesting.
some changes from trailer 2 to trailer 3.
Did we?
We did. For instance, earlier when First Form Frieza throws the Death Ball, he has clothes now.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, go back. That's about 8
What?
seconds in.
Okay, whoa. If you're right, holy.
8 seconds in.
Oh, you are so right.
Oh wow! How did we overlook that?
Well, shit.
Because we're used to seeing him wearing clothes.
I was not paying attention to that at
Oh
all.
my
I just
God,
kind
you're
of like
so right,
skipped
dude.
over it. Huh.
They
So they
fixed it, I
added
guess.
clothes?
They care about continuity.
Look at that.
The Broly movie
That's
is saved. Everyone can stop
Ah.
crying now.
Well, it was so close. It was a really close one, but now it's a good movie.
Did he have
Seriously,
the?
dude.
He didn't have the
Well
scouter on
spotted.
before,
I
did
completely
he?
missed that.
That's cool.
Well spotted. I completely missed
What would
that.
we do without you, Tyson?
Someone in
Probably
the
a lot
chat.
better,
The,
but-
ca-
Listen
the
to better
canon
music.
is safe.
Whatever.
The
Uh,
timeline is saved. EA 575.
God.
Geekdom said he'll be in a minute.
Cool. Sounds good. I missed 2 donations. Let me read them real quick. We got the official Rossitron, I guess, saying, I can't goddamn wait for this film. I think you speak for everyone in this chat, probably.
No, I can very much wait for the film because if I can't wait for it, then I'm going to die and then I'm not going to see the film. So that's a stupid thing to say.
That's a fair point. And we have 229 from DigiWarrior Callum again, who says that aura, that Super Saiyan Blue aura looks amazing. Most of these auras also do. I can definitely agree with that. Wait, what was I up to? Okay, so yeah, we got this close up here. It's interesting pulling back on this. This looks a lot different to what I thought. What do you think about that nose on the pull back? Obviously, it's like a really intense, or not intense, fast zoom out. But that's a very different nose from what we normally see in Dragon Ball. How does that make you feel?
I'm thinking
I
Fat
like
Arm Goku.
What did you
I
say?
like it when noses.
Did you say Fat Man Goku?
No, Fat Arm Goku.
Oh, Fat
Keep go-
Arm Goku.
Please keep going through that clip and you'll see how big his fucking bicep gets.
Oh Jesus! Oh wow! That's a bulky boy. That's cool. So what was the bit that you wanted to talk about earlier with the orbs? These effects are nice. Wow.
Say what?
Sorry, I'm kind of like half talking to myself. Okay, CG section. Let's see. Let's get to some clips.
Oh boy.
I think the fucking lighting and colors are my favorite part of this film.
Oh yeah, these beams, and this reminds me of like Film Z, especially like when we had like especially the Sanji part because that was an in-air battle and all of that.
Yeah, with the
you can
plant
tell-
dude, right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm
So- and
surprised
that
at how
was
nice the
CG
models look
way
like.
too-
Yeah, they look way better than they were in the last two films.
You got Goku's bruised tip.
It's much
It
nicer.
is booby.
His bruised booby.
He's got titty.
From Black Dawn, $5. I think this might be the first anime movie I'll actually buy and won't pirate. This shit looks amazing. Also, I like your channel. Keep up the good work. Well, that's good.
That's really good.
Supporting the industry. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to see this this Vegeta shot. Okay, so this is why we have that like Boo arc looking design, I guess, since he is apparently going to lose his armor in the film. That's cool.
That is kind of cool.
It's nice to see them fighting in something a little bit different for once. I'm so tired of seeing that armor, I have to say. And look, there's some battle damage on them, just a little bit, some little marks.
Yeah.
That makes people happy.
A little bit. Okay, guys, hot take. I want all your hot takes. Is there going to be any blood in the film?
I reckon there'll be some, maybe a little bit during like a climactic scene.
Mm-hmm. This bit here looks so fucking cool.
I don't like this shot very much, I have to say.
This bit where it zooms out, the scale is amazing.
Oh, the scale is great. I don't particularly like that close up. That is not a very nice
the
nose.
Close up. But come on, the close up's on his face for like a quarter of a second.
It is. I'm just being picky.
You are being
This
picky.
is why I exist.
I'm calling you name. AJ.
I love being.
What do you think of the nose placement?
Will you shut up about nose placement?
That's the real question.
We went over nose placement for like 30 minutes last stream.
Actually, why is the gat gun glowing yellow or orange?
I don't know. Let me get back to that. Yeah, I don't know. Strange.
I'm still on board with the Galagun evolution concept.
Maybe if we complain about it, they'll fix it like they fixed Frieza's armor. I don't know.
Is that just what we're calling? Yeah, maybe they will.
I mean, like it's CGI, so realistically, I'm guessing it's just like you have to punch in a few things and you can change the color fairly easily.
Yeah.
But like, I'm guessing it's orange because the background's blue or whatever. So.
Yeah, it's probably just a contrast or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think these models largely look decent. I mean, there's some eye placement.
Really good.
Issues, but yeah, I don't know. The motion.
Oh wait.
The motion doesn't.
Are Goku's eyes in a weird place?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The eyes are a little bit funky. That's whatever. Look at the look at these like hand painted impact frames on the beam. Those are cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that. Combination.
Yeah, it's cool.
I'm all about that.
I have to say this color choice is really too much for me. I think that's really
the blue
kind of garish. Like the blue and yellow beam is like it looks like a deep fried meme. That's the best comparison I can think of.
It actually does.
Too overwhelming.
I think they could probably relax a little bit with that.
AJ.
Hello.
We've got a comparison for you.
Oh yeah.
Because it's more than just the armor. The entire compositing is different.
Oh no way.
I mean, for the better.
Like massively different and better.
Oh wow, it's like totally different.
Night and day.
Huh. Well, shit. That's nice, because that scene didn't look that great last time.
Yeah. I mean, and it's only been how long since trailer 2?
Yeah, not not very long at all.
Exactly a month, or just, yeah.
Wait, have they changed the color of Frieza?
Yeah, they altered everything, I think.
Slightly. I think that's just the shadow effect.
Like, they've added lights to her.
They also added those lines to his arms.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
He
mean,
definitely looks less pink, though. He looks more purpley.
Looks like they found the budget.
Shut up.
The question is that worrisome? Are we worried about this?
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say so.
Because,
There was CG, not CG change.
better.
Well, there were changes.
No, it certainly looks better. I'm just like having such an apparently unfinished product in trailer 2 being polished off by trailer 3.
I wouldn't worry. Like there were. Sorry, I was just gonna say like there were changes between the last trailer of Resurrection F and its final film. I mean, that's not a great film to talk about, but you know, I think it'll be fine.
No, yeah, I'm not saying it's uncommon. It's just we saw key animation for this movie a bajillion years ago starting. So seeing So I don't know, seeing something as unpolished as that scene in trailer 2
Yeah, I don't know.
versus
Maybe
what
it
we've
was
got
just
now
like
is just
maybe it was an
different than what
oversight.
I was expecting.
Let's see. Another donation here from Sam Drucker. After this trailer, do you still think we may see Gogeta? Like,
But not in the
I guess
film.
in promo material, he means like, will we see that, or is that something they'll save for the film, maybe, or I don't know.
They will put it in promo material like 2 weeks after the movie comes out in like a
Yeah.
TV spot just to get people hyped. Like that's typically.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Speaking of, like after the movie,
Do
you think they will keep Broly alive?
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Do you think?
I think they will.
There's
think
no
Paragus
there's
will
no
die.
reason to invest this much time into his backstory unless they were.
100%. I mean, I think Paragus is going to die so fucking hard in the film. He has no chance of surviving it. As far
Oh
as I'm
yeah,
concerned.
the deadest ass motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, he's going to die so hard. So like, but I definitely think that Broly has a really good chance of like being in like whatever. Like, come on, there's going to be another series after this or whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
The way I view this is that the powers that be really like Broly, and you obviously saw that with Kale. So obviously they want Broly in some form. So if they have an opportunity to keep him around, then I think they'll definitely take it. So that's that's the way I see it.
The only thing I would say is
he's
that
got green hair for a reason.
the only thing I would say is that Dragon Ball Super in general did a very, very poor job, with the exception of characters who appeared in the Universe 6 arc, of actually taking things from arcs and continuing them onwards. Everything was generally very neatly tied up in a bow, and then they move on to the next thing. And it wouldn't surprise me if that was the same thing here, because that just kind of seems like what they like to do. They don't like to mess with things too much, even though they mess with things more than they think. But I think that's.
I think the real question is: are people gonna complain about the highlights in this Broly shot we've got up?
No, look, right.
We even have like a Yamamuro like highlight blob on the right of the cheek.
We do, but listen, I'm taking the floor right now because I want us to talk about something. There is a very, very common thing, not just on YouTube, but on the internet as a whole. It's to take something someone said and then exaggerate it into its most extreme form. And something I've said is that highlights often in Dragon Ball are misused and don't make sense. For example, in the Future Trunks arc, you have people outside in a dark area with very little light source with the most extreme highlights all over their faces. That doesn't make sense, and that's poor usage, but that doesn't mean that highlights in general are terrible, and that's kind of what it's turned into. You see the fandom seeing a highlight on anything and going, that is the worst thing ever, I don't want it, why is it here? It makes people look like shiny models, and that's not what it is at all. In this case, on this figure, he is surrounded by the most intensely bright light. That's a good reason to use highlights. I have no issue with them.
Those highlights
whatsoever.
should be the same color as the light.
Yes, true. But also, I think these look fine. So
I mean, like Toriyama, like back in his early artwork and stuff. Like I have one of the art books from Dragon Ball and stuff. Like you'll see a lot of the stuff has highlights themselves. So.
Well, yeah, I mean, it came from Yamamuro trying to adapt Toriyama's highlighting. I mean, I don't know. I was at a conversation with Olympia just the other day. I feel like the Golden Frieza's design did not come to life until it started properly utilizing highlights with Sheeta's stuff later in the Tournament of Power, and then just the rest of the Tournament of Power. Like, highlights can be good. They can add material detail and make something seem like metallic or shiny instead of just a blanket or skin.
No, absolutely.
It can be good. It's just utilizing it properly instead of being a built-in part of a character sheet. That's
absolutely.
No,
100%.
Like, I mean, I think everything needs to be toggleable. Like, I mean, like if you're forced to use fucking highlight in everything, you're bound to not make sense eventually because, like as AJ said, there are going to be nighttime scenes.
Yeah. People in the chat know this is not Yamamuro. Who do we think this is? Because we got this shot earlier today, and I kind of instinctively just jumped to Takahashi just kind of because of the line work and the face shading. But then people in my Discord server were like, "No, I don't think it's him." But I still think it probably is. But Some people were saying
hard to
Kurosawa,
say.
but I don't know.
No.
No, I didn't.
Well,
It
I
didn't
don't
really
know.
seem
I
like
can
it to
maybe
me, but
see
I
that.
don't know.
If he's corrected by Takahashi.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't know. So the really nice attention to detail in the line weight in the chest, the bottom parts, and the abs is really nice.
Yeah, he got really sexy abs, alright, didn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, do you think that because we're seeing Broly's like upbringing and stuff, he'll be on the planet and stuff, exiled and shit? Do you think that we're going to get to see where he got those scars?
I hope so. I want a
That'd
full-on
be dope.
Joker. Want to know how I got
You wanna
these
see-
scars,
oh,
and then we
damn.
get a flashback.
Wow.
He's gonna be screaming it because he's Broly.
Yeah.
You know, that brings up a good point. Are we assuming that all of the flashback stuff is going to be quarantined at the beginning, or are we going to get it peppered out non-linearly?
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like-
I think it would be interesting to have it spaced out throughout the film.
I think it'd be
Yeah.
a better idea.
That would be preferable, I would think.
Yeah.
But
Because something for me, what I thought with the Tournament of Power would have been interesting was rather than having like 12 episodes of recruitment, was just to kick that tournament off and to give people a break from constant fighting by having flashbacks of these characters being recruited and getting their motivations and using that to contextualize the fights that they were having. But
yeah,
so I feel like you
Yeah.
could do something
Also,
similar with this, but that doesn't seem like Toriyama's style. That's the only thing. And this is, of course, written by him, albeit, kind of chopped down and probably rearranged by Nagamine, but I don't know.
In terms of flashbacks, I don't know if this means anything now, but there are some things that this movie takes from the first Broly movie, especially. But there were some flashbacks during the fight with Broly in that film, so
That's true.
you could maybe expect similar structure in this one. So at least
Yeah.
you got
Uh-oh.
Who decided to show up?
Oh, hey, it's the Big D.
It's your boy.
The ironically
the
named
Big
Big
D's
D.
been in my pants this entire time.
How dare you have a man party and not invite me?
How dare you make a video and ignore us?
I was gonna say,
No, I had to because
had to get the big bucks.
It's all about. Hey, all I know. So I haven't seen the stream because I've been recording. Is everybody happy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Of
I think
course.
I think Tyson is being very serious. Everyone does have a Big D in their pants right now, and it's not going away anytime soon.
Well, mine is very, very small, but it is,
Oh
distinguished.
my god,
so-
same.
Wow, it's really the small D group.
It's not about the size; it's how you use it.
God.
What do you think about the Blizzard song? I know that earlier you were saying, it's a closing song, but I mean, how do you compare it to some of the other closing songs, like, well, some of the other promo songs, like, Memorial Clover Z and Hero and all that?
Oh,
And this is my least favorite so far.
Well, look, I
No,
like
I'll
it. I
take
like it more
anything
than
over the
Clover
Resurrection
Z.
ending.
Yeah, I like it more
Yeah.
than Clover Z.
Ugh.
Hero is still the greatest thing ever, and none of these modern songs
Yeah.
have a touch on any of the old Z endings because they're just so good.
No.
That's well, yeah, of course. Yeah,
Kimi
that's
ga
the-
Hero is like the best
Hironobu
song
Ka-
ever.
Hironobu Kageyama, Dragon Power Infinity. Yes, people
Oh,
hate the Bio Broly movie, right? But that's a
Oh,
great
but the
freaking
ending.
Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
what was
God.
the ending song for the third Dragon Ball film? What
It
that
was
one?
called Chikyu Marugoto Chokessen. God,
That
I'm a
one's the
weeb.
best one.
Weeb.
That was the best
Marugoto.
one.
Wow,
Dragon,
someone told
Dragon.
you to
But I
subscribers.
know that was the best one.
Man, we gotta go rock the dragon. Come on.
Right, before we
I
get too
mean,
distracted,
maybe-
we have to finish. We have to finish analyzing this trailer because we're basically on like the last shot now. What is this? What is this? Is this? This is like the most strange transition because it, like that's CG, right? Surely.
How can I see? How can I see your screen? I don't see your screen right now. Are you?
Oh,
You
people
gotta
have
go
just
to the
opened up
stream.
the stream. I would
Oh, okay.
share it on Discord, but my internet's too bad to do both at once.
I'm gonna say no. It might be redrawn.
No,
but
that's absolutely not CG.
No,
It's hard to tell. It's really hard to tell.
Definitely not.
the close
it could
the close up
potentially just
isn't.
be redrawn.
The close up
At
definitely
no
isn't.
point.
Do you not think?
Like, I'm looking at the shading. The shading looks CG.
Only the first couple of seconds where he leans forward seems.
Yeah.
But
That bit looks
everything else
thrown.
doesn't. But maybe I'm just being insane.
But the
You
fact
know,
that we're
I don't know.
debating this, like, should be indicative of the fact that, like, it's clearly integrated well if it is CG.
Yeah.
Is it really not?
Okay, the way the hands move.
Yeah, do you know what I
definitely
mean?
Hand drawn.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind then. Maybe I'm just mental.
I mean,
No,
like,
yeah, at no point did that look like CG. to
Okay,
me.
my chat thinks I'm
can you do
insane.
that kind of foreshortening?
It's
Can you
just
do that
this,
kind of, like, exaggerated foreshortening with CG.
You can, but you have
Well,
to
you
like
can do it.
Yeah,
break
yeah,
the
absolutely.
models.
You can change the field of view.
It was only this shot here that made it look CG. Anyway,
So,
obviously I'm
I
mental
have a
because the
question.
entire chat is telling me I'm blind, so we'll ignore that.
I have a question about the CG. So the film is coming out. It's going to get premiered next week, obviously. We know for a fact that Funimation has a copy of the movie. Well, Okatron has the copy of the movie in their possession. I'm over here trying to think of like a Home Alone 2 type of scenario to get in there, on some Tom Clancy,
Yeah.
but because I want it bad. But okay, are they going to be doing touch-ups to the film up until release, or is the movie done now and there's no more changes at all to the CGI? Do we know?
Well,
We were actually just discussing that. We actually, like, one of the guys in the chat there just pointed out
Sorry.
that like Frieza's armor was added to his body.
Between trailer 2 and trailer 3.
yeah.
Yes, I noticed that. I noticed that, and I messed up in my breakdown. I said color, but I meant to say armor. But I mean, are they doing touch-ups even beyond this trailer? Like, are we going to get touch-ups until December?
Yeah, it's
Probably
it's
done now,
unclear.
right?
So basically, with the My Hero Academia movie that I was going to say, I just mixed up the English pronunciation of premiered and premiered. That premiered
Amazing.
at
It's a real struggle.
where did it air again first time? Yonko, you went, didn't you?
Anime Expo.
Yeah. So the thing they showed at Anime Expo had changes
Tupac went back
made
to
to
California.
it. Had things changed and fixed up for its nationwide release, as far as I'm aware. I think that's what I was told, and that was a similar time frame between the film being shown to staff the other week and being shown to the public limited next week. So it's possible some stuff might change, but probably not in my mind. Probably not.
I didn't think so. I was just wondering if maybe people were if the test screenings were bad. But does Japan even do like test screenings like we do in this country in the United States? I don't think so.
I mean, the closest thing we're getting with that is in a week, because that's a very small showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what, 100 people?
Something like that.
Wait, no, the limited
Regardless, I
screening
would
is
assume that would be the
2,000.
best we.
It's a pretty high number of people. Yeah, I don't know. I would presume they probably won't change much, just because like it's being sent off to dubbing companies and stuff now. And I mean, I'm sure the changes would be.
But remember, didn't we hear that the dubbing companies are going to get early cuts? Remember, we heard that.
True. That's very true.
Yeah. Also, Piccolo's nose. Did you talk about how Piccolo's nose was absolutely gigantic in movie 5, the first Cooler movie? Remember that shot where they pan around Piccolo and he has that big ass nose?
Yeah, we spoke about how he has like the greatest nose ever in this film. It's finally back.
Right.
That's good stuff.
No, I like. What's your immediate impression anyway of the trailer, Geek? We got all of ours. We haven't gotten yours yet though.
Well, I did like a 20-minute breakdown. I'm not gonna.
You did,
time
but
with everything.
I want to hear just in 2 words.
Very intense. And then one thing I will say is this: I've already had a couple people hit me up and say, "Well, where's the?" I don't want to spoil it. Where's you know who?
We already spoiled it on the stream. All is fine.
Oh, okay. So you don't care?
No, I don't care.
I just retweeted this to my people. So all right. Spoiler warning. Spoiler warning. People are saying, "Where's Gogeta?" They're not going to reveal everything in the trailers. What movie does that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess there's a couple, but come on.
Resurrection F revealed almost everything. It missed like 2 key points.
Well, remember, we didn't get remember, the trailers never showed Blue. We got Blue in that Heroes promo. Not even the trailer showed Blue. It was just Golden Frieza. So they're always hiding something from us. And remember, in Battle of the Gods, we heard Beerus say Super Saiyajin Godo, but we didn't actually see what it would look like until that image popped up from, remember the image? With Goku on the wall that K like put on the Konvenshu board like 100 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And everybody thought it was fake. They were like, "Wait, no, that can't be real."
You're like, that's just Kaioken.
It's a color swap. It's a color swap. Then 2 years later, man, I miss Super Saiyan God.
It really be like that.
Yeah,
it is, but it's all good. That's why I love the community, because they'll complain, then they'll go see the movie, and they'll fap to it all night.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I think that's what's gonna happen.
Look, I said this. I'm not speaking. I don't know about y'all, but I guess you'll agree with me on this one. And I really feel strongly about this. I'm not getting paid by Funimation. AJ's not. Tyson is not. Nobody on this call is getting paid. You should spend your money to go see this movie in theaters, even if you just save up, because the surround sound, the big screen, it's something that needs to be really, what's the word, experienced.
Dude, people call me a
100%.
Toei shill all the time, despite the fact that like the vast majority of my channel is dedicated to shitting on how they handled Super's production.
and they'll take you down like that.
It's really funny.
Well, yeah.
It's like the moment something like this comes about, where I'm like, this is everything I've wanted Dragon Ball to be for such a long time. They're like, Toei shill, how dare you? Come on. It's just, it's
It was
funny.
like you were a prophet, honestly.
Do you think we pay you to be positive?
Yeah.
Dude, every YouTuber gets accused of fake positivity, but this does look great, honestly.
Look,
That looks
going to
amazing.
see in the movie is all about hearing Sumitomo in 5.1 surround sound, or 7.1 rather. That's what it's all about.
Is it? You would know better than me. Isn't the soundtrack going to be out like the day before the movie, or 2 days before the movie comes out?
Yes. Yes, it
Oh,
is.
It's probably going
And
to leak ahead of time.
Don't worry, I've got my lube ready.
Because I felt your excitement across
The
the
first-
ocean when that was announced.
The first
Well,
two
you've already got somewhere to put it in, bro. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Ooh,
Keep going.
I just can't wait for that to release. I'm gonna ignore that part.
This might be an ignorant question. I'm not sure if this is like an ignorant question or not. Like, but the second trailer had like some kind of really dramatic music. Was that Sumitomo or was that like stock music
The
or what?
second trailer was Sumitomo. The first and third were stock.
Okay, third.
This is
They're
the
like
good one.
this one.
Yeah. But wait, no. There's like that really catchy jingle like in the middle, isn't there?
No, yeah. Obviously, that's not. I meant the stuff prior, at the
Okay.
beginning, the like really like cinematic. Yeah, that's stock. I don't know for sure if Toei just has a like on-call composer that they
I see you
use
taking that
for
screenshot.
everything, but definitely the first bit of this third trailer were using a lot of stock stuff. But the second one was all our big boy Sumitomo, and it sounded so good.
Do you think this movie should have like
Okay.
a warning? Should a movie have like a warning before you see it? Like you know how in the UK, I think Mark and AJ would know better than me. It's like this program has strobe lighting and all that. Like, should the movie have like a warning saying extreme colors? You know, if you are narcoleptic or whatever, please do not see. Because I'm watching that trailer.
And
I'm over here thinking
epilepsy.
Pokemon
Epilepsy. no.
epilepsy, whatever. What, did I say narcolepsy?
What the fuck?
I'm like, wait,
bro?
what?
Geekdom dumbass count begins, bro. Whatever, narcolepsy, epilepsy, whatever.
Yeah.
The thing that
photosensitive epilepsy.
Porygon made all the kids lose their mind. That
Yeah.
might. I hope that doesn't happen here. There's reds, there's blues, there's greens, there's yellows. It's like a Crayola box smeared all over the wall.
Gorgeous smears.
I mean, I think that would be an appropriate thing to say before, because like, yeah, there are tons of like flashing lights and stuff in this. It looks like anyway. So yeah, I would say so.
Right.
Maybe.
Also, real quick, somebody in the chat asked about IMAX showings. As far as I know, there will not be any IMAX showings outside of Japan, but I could be wrong because they weren't in the other movies.
I'm sure we'll get IMAX here.
Yeah, because Australia, freaking, I hate Australia, even though I love Australia. You guys get the dub and the sub. We only get the dub.
You know,
If only-
AJ,
yeah.
you really are the artist of our time.
Oh, were you watching my stream? Oh. I was just keeping the chat entertained with my
Well, okay, actually, fucking, who else is going to that fucking meetup that we're doing in like for like the movie in January? We have to organize.
Oh, for the UK thing. So it's me, you, Trev, someone
Aaron should
else.
come.
Who else was it? Aaron should come, yeah. So should oh fuck.
Hey, Geekdom, do you want to come to the the UK and just watch the movie with us?
I will be there next year.
Oh, for real?
Next,
Oh, you
next
will.
summer. I will.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait
for
to see you.
for that thing.
That thing that I
Hmm.
can't wait. I'm excited. I cannot wait to go. I want to go. I'm not gonna say what I want to do because AJ will get mad at me, but he knows what I want to do. And no, not with him.
His
Never
mom.
mind. No, I'm not.
I hope you're prepared,
Yes,
by the
no,
way, for
no,
the
not-
most like
You're confused.
ghetto experience possible, because it's going to be nothing like what you might think it's going to be like. That's as vague as I can be.
Oh yeah, no, the UK is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Really?
No,
The UK?
No, it's fine. It's like every country has its good bits and bad bits. I'm from Ireland, by the way, not the fucking UK.
It's all the same.
Yeah, it is. Not really, but whatever. Who is pounding on their keyboard?
Wales,
Holy fuck.
London. What's the difference?
They
Excuse
fuck
me?
sheep in Wales, and we just snort chimney soot in London.
Lots of fields in Ireland. There's some.
Budget has-
That's the best scene of the fucking movie. That bit. That looks.
Dude,
I love that pose.
you're such a normie, such a normie. Just love all the Takahashi stuff. This is reminding me so much of when we did that top 10 tournament of power scenes.
Fuck yourself, absolute fuck yourself. You're like, oh yeah, Noki Tate goes number 2. It's like,
Dude,
yeah,
we
okay,
had like
whatever.
for the chat who doesn't know, me and Mark had like the longest argument about what
It
was
was
going
like
to
2
take.
hours. It was like 2 hours.
The number, what was it? The number 1 spot or the number 2 spot?
It was the number
I
2
wish
spot.
I could've heard it.
I was trying to argue that like Takahashi's bit for 131 was good enough to be the second spot, but I had to relegate it to number 3 because you wanted to put Naoki Tate in number 2, and I was like, whatever, fine.
I was gonna say I wouldn't budge.
That's
It was like
absolutely believable.
it was like 2 hours straight.
You should have expected that, letting AJ on.
I was gonna say, why did
Oh,
you?
I know,
He
but
knew
like,
what
I
was
mean,
gonna
like,
happen.
I mean,
Come
he's the
on.
whole reason why I started my channel in the first place, so I had to give him some kind of concession.
Oh, you.
See?
That was cute.
See? I'm gonna give you a nice mouth kiss when I see you in IRL.
Nice.
Damn, he stole my
I
joke.
can't wait.
Damn,
Damn.
mouth kisses.
Who the
Damn.
fuck's joking?
Right. Hey, where's Juan at, bro? I haven't heard him talk yet.
I'm right here.
Oh, hello there, beautiful friends
From around the world.
And you've actually got people in this call around the world. That's the trippy part. This is a very
That's true.
international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fulfilled then.
I'll be your host. But it's funny because Juan always contacts me and he's like, "What's the future of Dragon Ball?" Well, he's not anymore, but he used to because he was always worried about the
This
ratings.
was
of
years
Super.
ago, by the way.
No, it was like last year, bro. Come on.
No,
and like,
I did
it
not
was
say that last year. Come on.
No, what about the ratings, Danny? So I just want to say this. I feel like with this Broly movie, I don't think it's the end at all. I said this on Twitter. I think it's hopefully the beginning of a new beginning where hopefully Shintani will. And again, I'm not saying he's going to be on the TV version if they do one because he's probably too expensive. And the TV version will not look this good. But if they at least keep like the spirit of the movie, I think if Super does return, it'll be a lot. It'll be like a new era. You know what I mean? Is what this Broly movie.
Oh no, 100%. I'd be hugely surprised if they didn't come back with a new TV show. I mean, I can only imagine that this is going to be the most successful movie to date because of like the fact that it's getting a worldwide release. I mean, Resurrection F and Battle of Gods never came out in Ireland or the UK. Did it come out in the UK? I don't know.
Resurrection F came out in the UK. Yeah, I went and saw
It
it.
didn't come out
and
in
it
Ireland
was,
anyway.
It was a
but
bizarre
we're getting the Broly
experience.
movie in Ireland, so I don't know. Definitely getting a wider release. Oh, question for you guys.
What's the question?
I'm
Awesome.
not even going to guess. I'm not even going to say if the next series comes out. I'm saying when the next series comes out because I think it's that foregone a conclusion. Do you think they're going to recover? Do you think they're going to cover the movies?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Yeah, especially after
wait,
that 3-hour script thing. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the
Might
same
as
reason.
well.
They got like so much material from Toriyama apparently they didn't use. So are they gonna let that go to waste? Probably not.
I mean, we all got to see that 3-hour scene of them sitting at a dinner table making jokes about how much food they're eating. That's gonna be great. No, I did genuine. Oh, that's actually pretty good, AJ. I like that. It's very Naoki Tate.
Tee. Wait, no, Colin, you can't say it like that. You have to embrace the meme. We need some Naoki Tate. Come on.
Naoki Tate.
Hey, that's my meme. I can claim that because I'm here.
Naoki Tate.
There
By the
we
way,
go.
I don't know if y'all talked about this, but Frieza's armor. It was funny because there were people saying, "Oh, maybe with that planet Frieza blows up in the last trailer, maybe that's not Planet Vegeta." I'm like, dog, you're reaching right now. Oh well,
Yeah.
he's not wearing his armor. Yes, that is Planet Vegeta, and we don't see Bardock there, even though they might put him in anyways. No matter what, this is minus. It's the minus version of the story. Whether or not you like it, I mean, that's obviously a matter of opinion, but it's not going to be based on the original Bardock special.
Yeah.
Unless they do like a hybrid story where maybe Bardock does rebel and we see it. That would be cool. I'd be all right with that.
Well, to be fair, as we talked about before, Minus was like 3 seconds long in its run because it was just an end of volume special.
It was like 8
We didn't-
pages, right?
We didn't get to
Yeah.
see anything after Goku getting shipped off. There's nothing explicitly saying what the fuck Bardock did afterwards. So
Yes.
there's totally room for them to do almost whatever they want with this, because I mean, really, they've got like maybe 40 panels to work around. That's not a lot of restriction.
Yeah.
How long do you think the Minus stuff will be in the movie? Because I originally thought they were gonna have the movie be like flashbacks as the film goes on. Now I'm thinking legit that the first 20 minutes might be the whole Minus story.
Yeah, well, this is what we were talking about earlier.
100%. I am 100% convinced. Because there was a quote that came out a while back from one of the people working on the film
Yes.
that's like, "You will cry in the first 20 to 30 minutes."
Right.
That is so going to be the Goku being shipped off to
Yeah.
Earth moment. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
20, 30 minutes of the movie is definitely going to be mine.
You will cry because Goku's backstory was destroyed.
Gone.
It's like fact, you know.
You know what
We'll
though?
see.
Do you know what would save it? If they played a remixed piano version of Solid State Scouter, but slowly, right?
Oh,
shit. I should compose the movie, bro.
Oh my
By the way,
god.
I don't know if I ever
They
told you.
don't, I'll do it.
Tyson, remember when that picture came out of like Sumitomo composing the movie like about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I sent that to Sean Schemmel, and the first thing he said was, "I want to do it. I want to compose the movie."
I mean,
Such an
look,
awesome
he can at least join the
French horn.
Yeah. There's that
I-
section. He can just jump in there.
I totally could. It was awesome, but yeah,
He's a little late though.
yeah.
That'd be truly something else. Yeah, no.
So you think it's gonna start with like Frieza's forces finding Broly, and then they flash back, and then like we get the logo, or should it be like they find Frieza finds like Broly, you know, and Paragus, then they show the logo, then they do the flashback, they come back to the present? How do you think it's gonna work?
I feel like it's going to start off with like you know, it'll be like modern day Goku or whatever, and then it'll like something will trigger a flashback by something that he says, and we'll go straight to Minus, and then it'll just fade back into modern day.
By the way, I did find out that supposedly the reason why the trailer came out 10 minutes late on IGN is because there's some kind of deal where they're not allowed to drop the trailer before Japan or something like that.
Makes sense.
So that's why they gotta wait the 10 minutes. I never knew that until now.
Well, I was
Yeah,
here I was having all my Japanese sites open ready.
Wow.
That's what happened with the second trailer, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, that one just leaked. Freaking
I mean, the
That was
first
And it
hilarious.
was great.
That was hilarious.
dude, it was one of the most unprecedented things ever, bro. Because they never make those kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
that was a big mistake in not knowing
Now
how to
it's
use
time for them to do that with the entire movie.
Yeah, no, 100%. AJ, did we finish looking at the trailer?
Yes, we did. Yeah,
Okay,
Believe
okay.
so.
we did. Don't worry.
I know,
Sorry.
it's midnight here, so I'm kind of it's way past my bedtime. But AJ probably got up like 3 hours ago or something.
AJ's awfully quiet. He's probably honest.
The only reason I'm quiet is because you've like moved away from my territory now. As soon as you go into story, I'm like, I sleep.
You did
He's
an
already
entire
listening.
movie on it. I mean, video.
Yeah, like one time because I felt like doing something
Okay, AJ.
different.
In that case, let's talk artwork. You see that? You see that image of Vegeta in Super Saiyan Blue that you have like watermarked onto your screen right now? Why is there a shadow going through the middle of his upper eyebrow fold? I don't get that.
I can't even see my stream properly right now.
What are you talking about?
So if you look at the stream, right, there's a Vegeta that's
Right.
Super Saiyan Blue there. That's from the poster. There's like right above his eye. There's a shadow going over his like cutting through the light source on his eyebrow fold. Why is that there? Because the light source are coming upwards. What's causing that shadow?
That's a real life thing.
Nah, bullshit.
When you in general, when you're drawing humans, right above where their brow is, you highlight a light source above it. It's
Oh
a
no,
thing.
100%. But I'm not. No, that light source should totally be there. But why is there a shadow cutting it in half?
What are we talking about right
Where
now?
do you see cutting in half?
Okay, do you see where the eye is?
This is an eye.
Yes.
Yes.
Directly above the
Uh-huh.
eye, there are two light sources.
Yeah. You have the one on
Yeah.
the brow, which is normal.
Yeah, but
The square
why
on
is there-
the vein is a bit weird, but I don't really see the the big issue. Really.
Oh, so you're just saying that why is there a gap between the brow bit and under the vein?
Yes.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
See? Because bullshit, right?
I mean,
No,
it's not really
because so
Fuck you
the
guys.
under the vein is an extension of the light source just around his hairline there nearby. That's just an extension of it. That's one blob, and then you've got the bit above the eyebrow that both accentuates to, like, the brow 3D-ness and is also just kind of a thing that you do in color theory. They're like two separate entities, right?
The answer is that Dragon Ball lighting never has and never will make sense.
Oh well, that's also absolutely true.
See, there you go. That's the answer I wanted.
Yeah.
You are very smart,
good.
boys. That was a universe brain conversation. I feel like I'm enlightened now.
Cool.
I've learnt so much.
I don't want to toss this into the power scaling realm here.
Oh
but
no,
fucking
God!
right,
I'm
dude,
going.
right.
Bye.
Bring
boy.
seven,
Hold on.
everyone bring
Bye.
No, okay, so, but there's a part where Goku Blue is swapping hands with Broly in what appears to be his base form. That's pretty impressive, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's impressive because it's animated by Tarte.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed
That's
that
the
too when I saw
impressive part.
when I saw Goku's stretchy arms. I was
Stretchy
like,
Yeah,
arms
you see
and
the
legs,
stretchy
boy.
arms, and life just becomes
Please
infinitely
bring Broly
better.
back, though. Like,
I love
this
the way
is
that
the
Broly's like
section where
turtle heading.
Dude, I can't get over that shot. It's making me laugh so much.
Goku's overwhelming Broly, but it's to foster Broly's rage and strength from that.
It's just hanging out down
So
there.
you can tell based on the way Broly is reacting. He's a bit slow. He's fucking, you know, he's not on the offense.
I think the real power scaling lore is based upon the screenshot AJ just took. Broly is the most powerful turtle in the entire universe.
right? Jesus, the green. If green is your favorite color, go see this movie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. He's got such a great tan. Jealous.
Great. Thanks, AJ, for what this is.
This is the true power of the turtle style.
Cool.
That is such a shout. Oh my god.
Fantastic.
I don't know why I've created a meme for someone
Just
that
on stream.
This is how you do a stream. You're doing fine.
Yeah. This
Oh my
is
God.
high quality entertainment.
This is the type of shit I hate, and I'm doing it myself. It's fine if
It's
I do
because
it.
you're around bad influences. Right?
I know, it's true.
It's such a high level
worst.
shit post.
It's good. I live for shitpost though. This
Well,
is
it's like
such
a
a
great
common
thing to
occurrence, right? People watch the videos on my channel where it's like mostly grounded, very sort of analytical, normal videos with like the occasional joke here and there. And then they come and join my Discord and they're like, who are you?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Well, there's an even further separation with you in real life. Then you're like right in the middle. You're like perfectly normal and socially adjusted, but also clutching an anime body pillow.
This is true.
I think you'll find that those are actually mutually exclusive. Anyway, Plague of Gripes in the chat. Hi, Plague of Gripes. I like watching your videos where you complain about Dragon Ball for an hour. That's actually super entertaining.
He is one of the good ones.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Oh my god,
He's totally not bad.
Oh no,
We're the good ones.
Right.
I love Plague.
I'm running out of
you know
steam
who-
here. I'm wrapping things up
you know who-
shortly because this
You know
is
who wasn't in the
devolving
trailer?
into hell.
You know who wasn't in the
No,
trailer?
no,
Who?
no.
Okay, all right.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Geek.
Vegito.
Nah.
Vegito.
Well, no, I was gonna say.
I thought he was
Gohan.
gonna say go. Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Oh god, yeah.
I was.
My
Gohan
boy.
Ooh,
Do you think he'll have a cameo? Do you think he'll be there like even a little bit?
Oh
I
yeah,
sure.
yeah. Change,
I just want to see what he looks
diapers.
like.
Same.
I just want to see his designs. That's all.
All right.
I
Well,
want to.
I'm curious. Do you think Gabby and Kagari will be like more upset if he's there for like only 10 seconds,
What?
or if he's just not in
What?
it at all?
No, you know what would be the
Sorry,
best?
What about
you
me? I'm a stan too.
Shut up.
No,
You like
know what would be the
Sumitomo
best
more.
if it would be the best if like they don't even show Gohan, they just have Videl and Pan. Gohan, and you hear him in the background saying, "I'll be there in a minute," but he's never on screen. Now that would be the
Oh
best.
my god.
I'd love
think-
that.
That would be the
I
greatest.
think the real take came out earlier, in which we really need to figure out where Krillin is, because he's been in every single Broly movie before.
Yeah, where is
That's
he? I want to
right.
see him in
He's
blob
gonna come in
form.
at the last minute.
Also, I'm really genuinely interested to see Krillin under new designs, because he's been a horrible, ugly, marred manlet ever since. I mean, years and years ago.
Guys, I
so.
have a donation here that I think you're going to have to help me make sense of. It's $5 from Ace Flame, who says, "Don't let this distract you from the fact that El Hermano low diffs Broly." What does this mean?
Power scaling.
Yeah, so El Hermano, you know what El Hermano is,
I know who El Hermano is. I'm not that out of touch, but I don't
And by the
understand.
way,
I don't know.
it's El Hermano.
Oh, I'm
Hermano.
so
Yep.
sorry.
El Hermano.
Uncultured piggy.
But what does low diffs mean?
Not a clue.
My guess is
As
there's
in,
not.
there's
He's
little
saying there's not much of a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
different.
I don't
But
understand the lingo.
again, I'm 27, so I have no idea what's hip with the kids these days.
No.
So.
Fortnite dances.
Are any of us young enough to know cool things?
Hey,
No.
my name is Tracer. I've got Tracer. That's the thing, right?
Oh,
What?
No,
move
tracing in
on.
this stream.
Triggered.
I have no idea what is happening anymore.
I don't know. Hey Juan, I don't know if I told you, but I actually got a Goku tattoo on my arm, right?
Impressive.
Recently. No, yeah, right. No, here, no. So I found out it was Trace, so I cut my whole arm off. Just wanna say that.
Damn.
That's dedication.
That's fair.
Cal's Kingdom
That's
donates
fair.
$5 saying Gohan comes at the very end of the fight in his gi. Hey, what did I
That's
miss?
TMI right there.
Canned laughter.
And then they're gonna
Full
interview
House
Shintani. They're gonna interview Shintani. Why wasn't Gohan in the movie? We ran out of money. We blew our budget on that final fight.
Donate to our Patreon.
I'm actually fine if Gohan isn't in the movie. The only thing I would be pissed off about is if they like flip flop on his like character again.
Yes, that would irritate all of us.
Like I'm actually fine with him being like only in a cameo or not being there at all. I understand that the movie's about Broly, Vegeta, Goku, and all that stuff, so I'm fine with them not even being there. I just don't want them to flip flop on the character that they just again, like we just went through this.
I'm telling you all right now. First of all, fuck Gohan. Second of all, I want. Hey. I'm
Them's
not finished.
fighting words.
Bra, I want to see Bra, and I want to see Pan play. That would be fucking cute as hell.
I'm upset.
Bra,
Upset boy.
Brah.
I actually want the exact opposite. I want
Tyson
there to be
feels it
so
flipping.
much. I want so much Gohan in this that he has time to change his character and go through a character arc in just this movie.
Listen, I don't want any of these things. I want all of these characters to go away, and I want Videl to pop up, and she's like, "Oh, Gohan, I've grown my hair long. What should I do with them?" And he's like, "Hey, you remember those pigtails you used to have?" And so we get some
I
like,
think you're leaving out the part where you also want her to be pregnant and enlarged. But it's just like from the top up, and everything is accentuated. And
Pigtail Videl.
I think you might be projecting a little bit on a different subject.
I've seen your drawings. I've seen the proportions you use.
Listen, it was one
Let's not
drawing.
forget the
It was
18.
one drawing. I have
Let's
another
not see-
donation
let's
here
forget the
who says
Gleeful
Yamcha shows
18.
up and Omen of Victory starts playing because of course.
Kuririn.
By the way,
Why are we
Juan,
in joking?
Juan,
I don't know.
Juan, I told Quinn you were in the stream, and he goes, "Why would he be in there?" That was a great answer. Bro.
Wow. I mean, that's fair, but ouch.
No, I don't think he meant it in a condescending way. But yeah.
I take it as a
should have,
personal
really.
attack. Catch me on the next
I forget
Dragon
that
Ball
y'all
drama.
like met at the con and everything.
Wait, what?
We know
I said,
everyone.
Yeah. Right.
Except for me, because I'm lonely and I don't have friends.
Well, you should have
Well,
come to
wait
the
a
con. Now, shouldn't you have?
I don't have money. Okay, leave me alone.
Well, get some money. I
Make
don't
like
have
10
money,
more
but I
top 10 videos and you'll be fine.
Make more videos.
Suck my
Yes.
dick, AJ. Suck.
Just do stream.
Make videos now. It's fourth quarter.
Yeah,
YouTube
you've got a
is paying
subscriber
good.
base. Yeah,
Making a video. It's coming out Saturday. Okay.
I miss a subscriber base.
How dare you plug your videos in here? Gosh.
How did your
Says the guy who
My
comes
Hero
later and said,
video
"Yeah, I
do?
just got back from making a video.
Ah!
Yeah, let's be real.
Oh no,
Well,
the worst
yes,
donation has
upload
just come
more.
in from MK Hero. $5 saying short hair Videl is best, and that's just so wrong that I'm just
Can you
gonna.
give the
No,
$5 back?
I was gonna say I want to
Give us
refund
$5
that.
back, yeah.
Grimlock just says that he hears Finn Balor when I speak. I actually met Finn Balor in real life.
Not only do I hear Finn Balor, you look like Finn Balor, bro, based on your avatar. So, yeah,
flattering avatar, I guess. No, I met Finn Balor. I actually did like pro wrestling like for like a year, and I actually trained with him. He was a really cool guy.
What the hell?
Wait, hold on. Did you say you trained in pro wrestling for a year?
Yeah.
You and I have to talk after the stream, bro. I had no idea. We'll talk
No,
later.
like I was like a huge wrestling fan. Like I haven't watched
God.
in like a year or so, but like I still kind of
friendship has spawned.
I didn't know he. Well, no, I talked to him before. We were gonna do a documentary. It's funny because here's the funny part. Blackenfist approached me like 3 years ago and said, "Danny, I want to make a Dragon Ball documentary, like a real one, right?" And I talked to TotallyNotMark about doing it. The only problem is getting into Toei. That's the only problem, because if this is gonna be a real thing, we got to get into Toei. So that's the hard part.
I like honestly, God, I think the best way to get into Toei is just to show up.
You're right. You might be right.
Being not Japanese is enough. And
We are Gaijin. Let us
Toei
in.
are so tight-lipped and everything. It's awful. Hold on, we have a good donation. Ace Flame. Don't let the previous donation distract you from the fact that Pigtail Videl is best. See, this person knows.
Straight up lying.
That
He
was
just wants to
worth
get into your
$5.
pants. He just wants to get into your pants, and he thinks that's the way to your heart.
He's a clout chaser.
Exactly.
Nah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's gospel right there. If
Pick
I could
it up
like,
when I'm laying down.
can I
How
pin a
could
message?
you argue anything else?
I mean, Videl sucks anyway. Like,
all right.
Jokes.
Videl sucks. Gohan.
See, here's the thing about AJ. Here's the thing about AJ. You could tell him that Videl sucks. You can tell him that, you're gonna murder his family. But if you talk about Takahashi, now you're in trouble.
No, that's Tate.
Yeah, you can say whatever you
Whatever.
want about Takahashi. It's fine. You start insulting Tarte, and I just like bring out the knives, and I was gonna say guns, but I'm in the UK,
I
so
remember
knives.
the time I made the mistake of being critical of Tate. That was the worst day of my life.
Good.
Tate
Hope you learnt from it.
I was critical too, but AJ did explain to me, this is like 2 years ago. We had a conversation. He explained like why Tate works, and then the way he broke it down, I was like, okay, I get it. Like, it made sense to me.
Miss me with Tate's timing.
Chile or
Oh,
whatever
boy.
the frick is just green short-haired Videl. Now that's a spicy take.
I mean, yeah. I thought we all assumed that Charlie, whatever her name is just if Videl and Bulma had a hot green baby, right?
Yeah, all the faces in Dragon Ball look like they're just same with different hair.
What? No. 18 looks nothing like Bulma.
When a lot of if you take friggin' Goku's hair off and put on friggin' Vegeta's, then it'll just look like a happy Vegeta.
Well, so that's that's one of the interesting things about
big
the
disagree
designs
about this.
of Dragon Ball is that there are distinguishing things that make them look weird, like how Vegeta always has the three-lined eyes and the squared off brows, and Goku usually has like the pointed eyebrows, and Gohan has like the oval eyes, and like there's enough to distinguish. each
Vegeta
other.
also has smaller pupils, at least nowadays.
Does he?
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
is weird, and I
definitely.
hate it. I wish they all had smaller pupils, but yeah.
I know. I love the big pupils. Give me Masanaga pupils any day.
Disagree.
Oh,
I
it's so good.
think we all know that when they don't have any pupils, they're more powerful and therefore better. So I think that's my opinion. Whatever.
I feel like I have a responsibility to out the fact that Olympia was critical of Masinaga, and I think that's like a crime.
No, she's gonna yell at me
punishable
now.
by-
She's
Oh,
gonna
no.
be like, "You killed him."
Causing drama.
Everyone's gonna yell at you for that impression. More like. You made it
Yeah,
sound
when
like
I give her a
normal woman.
British accent. Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, she really doesn't like him at all. Like at all.
I'm glad because I'm not a huge fan of him either, and it's quite.
Excuse me?
No,
vindicating.
what? No, this is bad. This is a bad take.
For the stream for people in the stream who are, I can't speak, what are words? For people in the stream who might not be aware of who Masinaga is, Cell versus Goku, the big fight that everyone loves.
The good one.
Yeah, the good one.
The better
and
thing
also
is the,
Goku
Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Kid
was
Buu.
getting there on the Kai's planet.
That's another good one.
Because
Those two are awesome.
Cell versus Goku, while the motion was great and some of the expressions were really fantastic, admittedly the art was just an extra level past off, like going off the sheets, that it's a little jarring and weird. However,
I'll get you off the
his
sheets in a minute.
He's this guy.
However, anything in Boo Arc on Masanaga is just godly. Like, oh, everything with Vegeta training with Trunks, that one bit that Masanaga got put on for some reason, that's just gorgeous. Big old pupils, really expressive mouths, all cummies.
All the
Tummies in my
cummies.
tummies.
Tummies.
Why do you say these words? Why are you like this?
You say so much worse things. So much worse. I have 100 screenshots of you saying the word cummies with like 100 emotes.
Listen, that's behind the scenes talk. See, look, people in my chat are like, yeah, Masunaga's good. So there you go. The chat rules.
I mean, but they're your fan.
Well, yeah, that means they have exquisite
Masanaga
taste.
is good.
Exquisite taste.
He's good.
Timing is great.
He's not bad.
His timing is fantastic. No, I don't think he's the best.
I mean, he's definitely had some like wacky stuff. Like earlier on, before we got to the Boo arc, he drew some very strange
that
looking
Gohan
stuff.
picture. I think it looks trash.
What? This Vegeta is something I'm not like a massive fan of, but that's like early Matsunaga before he like got a real handle on the series.
No, I really like that Vegeta a lot.
Of course you do.
That looks weirdly like Ebizawa, and I don't like it.
This is not it.
Nothing like. No, I love it. Love
like
the big
huge
pupils.
forehead. The huge forehead, like really bug-eyed. It looks weird.
No, it's
monkey
great.
ears.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Masunaga's ears are maybe his biggest giveaway, other than just his weird, like, off-model nature. My favorite thing about Masunaga ears is the bit at the bottom of the ear. I don't know what that part's called, but it's like 300 times bigger than everyone else's. It's like enlarged. It's like someone stung that by a bee.
Oh wow! Look at that.
No, that is a gorgeous smear.
Gorgeous smear.
Where was the screenshot I took of something like that with Goku's eyebrows? Hold on.
Oh, what, the one from the trailer earlier? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good.
Where is it?
That
There
right
you
there's a smear with a hint of character.
Yeah, that's a good smear.
What the hell is going on there?
That's a
That's an eyebrow smear.
It looks like he's about to drop the biggest nut ever, bro. Look at that.
The smearing on his nose, like the pencil, like chalk look.
That's like the most perfect.
Yeah, that is really interesting.
Eyebrow smear.
I like the
Beautiful.
really like blobby alligator hand, by the way.
What is an alligator hand? What does
I don't
that
know.
mean?
It just looks like he has claws. It looks like he's a Koopa. He's Bowser. He got Bowser hands.
Okay, fair enough.
Turtle. More
Bowser's an alligator. No, that's a good point. Yeah, more turtle Man, this is a really big theory.
Snapping turtle.
1, 2, 3, 4 turtles.
Alligator snapping turtles' gender is determined by temperature, not randomness.
I
Fun fact.
genuinely don't think I've ever come across a conversation that has devolved faster in my life.
Did you just assume my temperature?
Oh my god.
God, this stream started
you
off
just
so
assume the temperature in which I was
organized,
incubated?
and it's gone to hell. I don't even know what's being discussed anymore.
We're talking about
It's just-
Broly's really cute alligator hand.
It's just the
Keep up.
what is I can't. Alligator hands. I'm not. That's not a thing. We're not going with that. No, there are much. You can call them cute blobs, which is like a good description. Not alligator hands.
And then there's alligator hands. No, it's like I'm gonna see if I can in the meantime illustrate what I mean.
You say neck flabbies.
Listen.
Yeah.
You can't say
Right, hold up.
shit.
Look, this is
Yeah.
That's an alligator hand. I've googled it. That's an alligator hand. How is that even remotely the same?
Oh, I'll show you how. What are you on about?
How is that even remotely the
That's a
same?
nightjay.
I can't tell. Is that or is that the alligator hand? Which are you talking about?
I'm
That's
gonna
confusing,
really illustrate what's happening here. I'm just gonna. I wish I was at home and had Photoshop.
Oh my
but-
god, my chat's turning against me. There are people going alligator hand is a thing now. It sounds cool though. This is where we're at now. This is the time I just want to turn up the
Look,
fucking...
look. I'm just gonna outline what is on the screen in green, and you'll see what I mean.
All right, but listen, someone's just said you should be saying snapping turtle because I can see that. Like that looks like the mouth of a snapping turtle.
No, it's not a mouth. It doesn't look like a mouth. It looks like a hand.
What do you mean? No, hold on.
A hand looking like a hand.
We're opening
It
up
looks like
Photoshop
an
right now.
No.
Shit. I'm really doing a really great job of illustrating what I mean.
I don't remember
We
what
have been
turtles look
discussing
like.
this for well over 2 or 3 minutes now.
Yeah, but this is
And I
important.
think that's a worthwhile discussion.
Endeavor.
Here we go. Look at that.
Alligator
Look at
hand gate.
Look at that. That's an alligator hand.
Look,
For fuck's sake, dude.
that's no. Look, oh, hold up.
Discussing what really matters.
Okay, this was what I was
Just trace.
this is what I was about to do, right?
He just traced it, yeah.
This is what Tyson says is an alligator hand, but it's not because look,
It fucking, dude.
It's
Like I think
not.
like that's concrete evidence if ever I did see one.
no, look, because as soon as you give it a little eye, look, it's a turtle.
No.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's also that, but that's not what I mean. So where's a picture
it's
of
a
an
little
alligator
turtle.
hand? Let's see.
This is a stream.
Look,
Let's see.
this is
That
the
just looks
type.
like
Look, this
like a
is the
sock
type of
puppet.
analysis that
AJ,
people come to
AJ,
this channel for.
I gotta ask.
Yeah.
Are you doing this with like just a mouse, or are you using a tablet, or what's the deal?
Just a mouse. Yeah.
Dude, that is like some serious skill right there. I could never do that.
Oh, AJ, you.
I'm the
Oh,
king
AJ's
of
mouse
mouse
drawings are
drawings.
genuinely impressive.
Thank
He
you.
draws with a mouse far more than he draws with his hand.
True. Very true.
Fuck, dude, I could never do that. I mean, I think I tried doing that once when I was a kid, and I was like, "This is the worst thing ever," and I want to kill myself. So I just like, no,
Oh,
I just,
no.
I was like, I turned to paper.
Guys, I've just gotten the most divisive donation yet. $5 from Caustic Demon that says, "Pigtailed Videl is bae, and Takahashi would stomp Tarte. Fight me." How do I process that? I don't know.
Just look deeply and lovingly into the eyes
Takahashi
of
would
the snapping turtle.
Takahashi would stomp Tate.
I don't know how I feel about this at
Lying
all.
is a sin.
I don't know. I mean, like Naoki Tate is a pretty thick bitch. I mean, like I've seen that one picture that exists of him. I mean, like, is Takahashi a big dude? I don't know.
I have a picture of Takahashi, but I don't think I
The
can share
virgin
it.
Takahashi.
I stole it
Here
from
we
his
go.
personal Facebook page, so I probably shouldn't have shown it on stream.
I cannot believe people are saying that God is faster than blue.
Fuck's sake.
How could you even like decipher that from anything?
It's just that was like misinformation from a year ago.
Oh, right, yeah.
Wasn't that more
That
than
that
a year ago?
we it was episode 104. We debunked this I don't know how many times, bro.
It's like Dragon Ball community bullshit again.
Well, I'm just gonna throw this out there. None of it matters.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't, but it's just
Oh, it's just like I think people like I know it's fun.
and
to take-
there's people in the chat now saying God is faster than SSGSS.
Well, like I know it's fun to talk about
Rewatch-
Joss Whedon in it, but like realistically, it's like it like realistically like it bears no, like this is I would assume what the people who write the show discuss. Would it be cool? If yes, let's do it. That's like generally I would assume that's like how it goes. What is this?
Yeah.
God.
We debunked this I don't know how many times.
So wait, where
It's
did,
like the
where did
gold-
this rant even
it's
come
like
from? Who said this, and how did this happen?
people in the chat, people on Twitter. We have debunked God being stronger than blue maybe 1,000 times.
No, but this is why you don't bother with power stuff, because it's so subjective and everyone just
That's
fights
not
with
power
each other.
stuff. That's not power stuff. People in your chat room right now are saying that God is faster than blue, and that's wrong. You are incorrect. Watch 104 again and pay attention. You are incorrect. Or you could go over to my channel and watch the video I did called Explaining Super Saiyan God Forms and learn the fucking thing.
Hashtag.
I'm gonna get attacked by the power scaling community for insulting the craft. I'm sorry. Do what you enjoy.
Insulting the craft. Insulting the craft. Oh god.
Here we go. All right, AJ, I've finished my explanation, and I hope this.
Have you really just
Gets
like
the
come up
law.
with a detailed
This is gonna be some
explanation?
bullshit.
I don't.
Does that help you understand?
In a sec, I'm creating a
Okay, I'm
masterpiece
gonna be
right
honest, I haven't
now.
really put my input here. It looks nothing like a turtle hand.
It looks
Oh,
like,
wait,
yeah, it looks
real-
like an alligator hand.
I'm gonna put something in the chat if you want to post it. Go ahead. But there's a little picture right there. I'll show you. You'll see it. But anyways, continue. Sorry.
Okay, what is this?
Keep going. That's the proof that fucking blue is faster.
Tell us how you really feel, Annie.
No.
All right.
I'm doing that outrage thing to make everybody laugh, but I'm not really. I'm not really mad. I'm not
Tyson,
really mad. I'm chilling.
Tyson,
I'm
you
having a good day
like?
today.
Are you like a bit unwell? Like in the head, are you like a bit unwell?
Do you need
Because I can't
glasses?
I can't fathom how someone can look at this and go, "That's." But I think you might actually have something wrong with you.
Alligator hand?
I'm expressing genuine concern right now.
It looks the same to me.
I don't know what's more concerning, the fact that you think that you see a correlation between the two, or the fact that you spend this much time making it.
I don't know why that would be concerning.
I mean,
You're right.
AJ drew
I
a
said
turtle.
Which hand is
eating
better for
Tarte.
masturbation though? The alligator hand or a human hand?
I mean,
I feel like the alligator one would hurt. It's got
Yeah.
claws
Unless
and
you have a
shit.
reptilian
Hey,
fetish.
some people are into that.
I mean, yeah, but
nobody's
not
into
me.
pain. Yeah.
I mean, they might enjoy the contours of the alligator hand.
Ooh.
Yeah, if you're
It's
into
ribbed
reptilians.
for your pleasure.
You could use the claw and explore sounding.
Ribbed for
No,
your
let's
pleasure.
Geekdom
I
like
just
that.
want to die.
Oh, no.
I just
Got
want to
reminded of high heels.
die. I don't
Oh
wanna
my
be alive.
god!
We broke Geekdom, guys. We broke him.
Oh my
I want
god.
you to remind Olympia
This
of
is the
that.
worst thing in
Only
the world.
dogs can
And
hear
say
me.
that
Only
I
dogs can hear
told
the guy.
you.
Hold on, she might be napping.
Wake her up.
You thought I was
What's
Somebody
that?
in the chat said they thought I was Mastar. Somebody in the chat said that.
What?
Well,
That's
I'm
the last
sorry.
thing you think.
I'm not Mastar Media, dude.
I'm pretty sure,
sorry,
but okay, I made a video a while back about.
I don't
like,
think I
the-
sound anything like him. Sorry, go ahead.
I made a video like a while back about like the stuff that he was like. I was doing like a bunch of bootleg Dragon Ball stuff, and his was one of them. Like, I am almost certain that like it recently got like flagged and like it's demonetized now and whatever.
This is going in a bad
I'm almost
direction.
certain it's him. I'm almost certain it's him.
It can't be. He can't. He doesn't have the authority to demonetize another video. You can't do that.
Okay.
But like
We don't have.
I'm going to
anyone-
shut the
anyone
stream
can
off if
demon-
this is
anyone
going to
can
become a
demonetize
drama
somebody.
stream, please.
No, you
No.
can't
Olympia was
demonetize
asleep.
somebody. You can claim somebody. He can claim your video, but if he did claim it, you would have a thing saying claimed by Mastar Media. You cannot demonetize. Nobody has that authority except for YouTube.
Do
So
you know-
that's definitely not him.
Do you guys know then who the hell fucking Epic Elite is? Who the fuck's Epic Elite?
You do me a favor later on. Send me a screenshot of what you see, and then I'll see what I can do to see what's going on. I can figure that out for you. I'll try because
It's fucking horseshit. I spent
Epic
fucking a
Elite-
month making that.
Well, I agree with you. I can tell you this. There's a lot of companies that Toei hires. Like, for example, there was one called like something Pixels. I think Juan might remember. Juan will tell you, bro, because he's been doing
I
YouTube.
remember this shit.
Yeah, he's been doing YouTube
Juan,
longer
yeah.
than me. Yeah, there's copyright companies that get hired by Toei to go out and find people. That might be one of them right there. But send me a screenshot later, and I'll take a look at it. If you
Like,
don't mind.
I'll do that. Like, I like went like undercover and shit. Like, I found like Epic Elite's website and shit, and they are like a company that kind of like specifies in like music and like making sure that the like distribution rights are like the thing is right. They claimed music
Do Turtle have teeth?
and like it's copyright free music, so I don't understand. And then I tried to like counter the claim, and they were like no, and I'm like, well, I guess I can't do anything now. So yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Epic Elite. Let me look at something real quick, because you actually might be right. Epic Elite might be possibly Mastar's
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
because I remember he told me he was on an MCN a long time ago, and it was one that I had never heard of before. Very small. That is a possibility. I don't know. I'll look into it, bro. Just send me what you see. 'Cause
And-
that is weird. Yeah.
And like the funny thing is that like if it is him, I hope it's him, because at the beginning of the segment before I show his stuff, I like show a clip of him saying, if anyone wants to do something like this with it, go ahead. So like I don't
Wow.
understand,
No, well, if you say something bad though, it ain't no go ahead.
I didn't say anything bad. I
didn't think you did either.
I didn't
honestly.
even talk.
I don't know. Epic Elite. I think it is his network. I'll look into it. I think it is.
I'll send you stuff later.
It sounds
I can't
very
believe
familiar.
you're still working on this, AJ. I'm
Look,
really.
this. Oh my god! I've
I'm
never
really
impressed.
proud of what he's done, to be honest. I mean, the tongue is all like,
I mean, I don't think this is what turtles look like at all, but this is what I'm going with.
Is that the only picture of Yosuke Tarte that you have? Be honest.
Oh,
It's the only one
the
around,
only one
yeah.
that we've ever really seen.
Well, I missed some
Could you
donations.
ask like your like contacts and Toei like to kind of like sneak a snaky picture?
I should do.
You actually
Yeah,
should.
why haven't we
Just-
done that?
Hold on.
Just for the meme,
Relux donates $5, just screaming Nikaido. Furious Dan donates $5 and says farmer with a shotgun. Wait, what is it? Farmer with a shotgun, God farmer with a shotgun is faster than Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. And your boy Sign or Saiyan says, "Love you, AJ. Greetings from Brazil. Thank you." Right. I'm wrapping the stream up now because this has just devolved into like the worst thing in the world. We've gone through so many topics now.
I didn't even get a chance to get perverted. All right.
You didn't.
Yes, you did.
But this has been fun. We've been
I did.
streaming
Is
for
there anyone
like.
you want to see on the film though?
Say again.
The animator you want to see on the film, like
I can't hear you. Say again.
I said, who you want to see on the film?
Oh, what? Like what animators do I want to see? In the film?
I can't wait for my boy Mitsubishi Toyota to put together that awesome Ultra Instinct Gohan cut at the end of the film. And it'll be great, bro. It'll be great. I can't wait. I can't wait for Honda Rice Cooker to go in there and take care of the touch-ups, bro.
Oh, I want to see. I want to see Nishida.
This is a yikes.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get taken down for like racist content or something.
That is no. That's a real animator, bro. I'll find his profile for you later. He worked on One Piece Film Q and one of them. He worked on one of them pretty cure things that Gabby likes.
Oh,
Pretty cure.
Yeah,
I want to die.
Yep, I'm done.
God.
I'm done. Okay, I'm gonna hang up the call and then say bye to my stream. I might. I'll pop back in afterwards. Okay. Oh my god. Everything is done. That was a wild stream. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks, of course, to everyone who kindly used the super chat option. I totally forgot I even enabled that. I'll try and get a proper video out breaking down that trailer over the next few days. Hopefully tomorrow, assuming I don't like die in my sleep or something. But yeah, that was a good time. I hope you enjoyed my turtle drawing. I think it turned out really well. Turned out great. Yeah, if this was your first time here, of course be sure to check out the videos on the channel and see if that's something that takes your interest. If not, thanks for tuning in anyway. There were so many conversations there, I don't even want to think about them. So I'll have to watch it back later and maybe like cut together some interesting stuff for a highlight video or something. Anyway, thank you so much, and I will see you next time, I guess. Though there probably won't be another trailer, so I'll have to find another excuse to stream, because streaming is fun. But yeah, all right, bye-bye.